Welcome everybody to the stream. The first one. See everybody in chat there. Welcome to the stream. It's gonna be a good one today. I see a couple of requests already, and I think the one that basically the first one I see here from BMX says, "Hello there. Could you do a scan system which highlights nearby but not visible in another room items? Maybe even place widgets or a billboard above them. Once near it, it changes to interact or pick up." I like that idea, so I'll probably just start with that one. We'll see how it goes here. A couple of other really good ones on here too. Valkyrian Gaming mentioned a rune system going onto your weapons and stuff. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll do that next week or something, because that'll probably take a little bit. Thinking about it off the top of my head here. So a couple things before I get started. There is ads, because that's, how I make a little bit of money, obviously, on this. I think I have it set to every 18 minutes. Let me know if that's super annoying. I can make it longer or whatever, but obviously, want to have some sort of monetization on here. Okay, you can always support me on my coffee page or at the super chats or whatever if you guys want. No pressure or anything, so hopefully I can help you guys out. Real Time Fatman, how you doing? Hopefully that turret system is bumping in your game. So, okay, so let's get started. So we're going to do the highlight system. So, highlighting is not that hard. You got to make a material for it, so why don't we just start with that? Okay, so let's open this up. I'm in the first person template. We'll make a new folder for materials. And we'll make a new material. We'll call it item highlight. Oh, sorry, it should be all proper. What do you call them? Oh, now you guys get to see how dumb I am, hey? But, anyways, so, material, what's it called? Highlight. Yeah, I don't get to edit out all my dumb stuff now. You get... Mark can't support me twice, yeah, right? Alright, so we'll open this up here. I know that you need to make it a mask, and I believe... Oh, when was it? Oh, it's in my notebook somewhere. Let me just look at my notebook, standby. As I've done this before. It is... Yeah, if you guys don't have a notebook, get one. It's pretty much any system you make, just like screenshot your code, write notes in there, and then you can just reference it anytime you want. It's got to be unlit, is what it says. Unlit. Right there. Yeah, took me a while to see that. I know it needs to be two-sided. Gotta look at my notebook again, because I haven't made this in a minute, so... This is vertex... You have to get two-sided sign is what it's called. And then we need a -1, I believe. Or 1 minus, is that? Yeah, there it is. And then plug that into the opacity mask. So this makes the front object basically like masked, so you'll still see the front object, and this will basically create our outline that we need here. So emissive color, so I believe, yeah, you leave that blank. Vertex normal, we need vertex normal WS, vertex, oh, I can't spell like usual, vertex normal WS, there we go, and that plugs into world position offset. So let's do that. And then, actually, sorry, we need to multiply that. I just keep looking back at my notes, and then this needs to be a parameter, which I honestly can't remember how to make. I'm so bad with materials, it's not even funny. Is it a vector parameter? What is it? Do we just convert to a parameter? I can't remember. I'm sure, yeah, you guys can help me out in some spots, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing half the time sometimes. 5 different notebooks. How'd you forget it after only 1 minute? I'm doing this live, Mark. Jeez. Give me flack already. Plug this in. God, I can't remember how to do the parameter. Param something, rather. Something to do with a... Scalar? Yeah, that's the one I want. Scalar param, and we'll call it line thickness. And this is where we can set... how thick we want our lines to be, so we'll do that. And then I believe for the base color we get the 3 vector, whatever it's called, constant 3 vector, and plug that in. And we'll convert this to a parameter. Make this the line color. I spelt it the Canadian way if you guys didn't see that. Anyways. Okay, so, I don't know, we'll make it like green, I guess, for now. This is a So I believe that's it. So we'll save that. And what do we got here? Oh, I'm a little too literal for the English language. Yes, mind you caught some of my thumbnail mistakes. I don't remember what the last one was, but yeah, luckily I was able to correct it before I went like public. So that was nice. So appreciate that, Mark. But anyways, so we got the line color here. I believe that's it. So we're going to close this. Apply. Yes, we would. Okay, open up materials. I believe you got to create a material instance, and we'll just call it the material highlights, and we will enable the line thickness and line color. Now, I believe any item we want, we'll just, we'll find something in here. Where's the level prototyping, materials, meshes? Sure, we'll put in the Schaeffler cube. So you just come over here and you go down to, you just select the static mesh, you do, and then you come all the way down to, I believe there's an overlay, a material overlay somewhere. I'll just search for it because I don't want to scroll through all this garbage. Material. Overlay material, there it is. So we'll go back to our materials folder and grab that material instance, and we'll drag that into the material overlay. So there's that, and then I believe we should be able to set those parameters somehow. If we click on this, material parameters. Did I do something wrong? Because this should be here, right? It should be in a missive. Okay. Well, you guys are the knowledgers of. You guys should be on here. So sorry. The line color should be on a missive. Is that what it is? Okay, that looks about right. Got to make the material instance first and open it up. Okay, let's have a look. Well, I mean, that seemed to work. So we have the, okay, that's the draw distance. I don't care about that. Override materials. I don't know why that's there, but whatever. We are using 5.6 for this tutorial. Well, tutorial. It's not even really a tutorial. It's just me trying to figure stuff out. Default cube. Yeah, let's go, right? Okay, so yeah, let's try to figure out why I can't see my parameters, because I thought I enabled the in here, right? Oh, I put it on my other screen. Look at that. Line thickness, physical material, parent. Yeah, I thought if you enable those, you're able to see them on the screen. So, So yeah, materials are not my specialty. My lady friend is much better at materials than me. Knows a lot more about materials than me. So this is me struggling, obviously. Mark, stop retracting messages. We want to see your unfiltered thoughts. Maybe not, actually. But anyways, let's figure out what's happening here. So, parameter, do I have to put something in here that's default value? No. Material parameter. Can't remember. So yeah, this is basically in a nutshell what I do every day is just like, this isn't working. Why not? Material slot overlay material. Oh, did it not go on there? And interesting. I mean, I can come back to that and figure that out in a sec, but I mean, I guess you kind of need this for the first part of the tutorial, wouldn't you? Oh, I see. Okay, right on. Rude 5000, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, everybody. And yeah, just keep the chat going. You guys, if you see something stupid I'm doing, let me know, and then we can all fix it together here. But all right, so trying to figure out why it can't see a parameter. Let's see if there's anything in my notes that can help me. Dun 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 dun. Is this? Oh, you know what? The line thickness here should be like 1, and that probably will help. Nope. What is this? Overlay, max draw distance for the overlay. We'll deal with that later. Enable material, don't care about that. Turn material on move, static mesh components. Do we put it on the... No, it's already on there. I'm going to just also put it in there and we'll see what happens. nothing happened. So let's get rid of that because it obviously screwed something up. So yeah, I can't remember how to get those parameters over here. Let's get the chat back up so I can see who's saying what. It's because, is it because it's an overlay material? I haven't used them before. I think you need a dynamic material in the construct to set them. That actually kind of makes some sense, so why don't we do that? So we'll push Control E, we learned that in the one video, to open up the thing we want to edit here. So this is just the static mesh. Maybe the fact that it's material property override. This just popped up here. Two-sided. No, those are what I want. Whatever, we'll come back to it. Overlay material, like, because we don't want to replace the actual material of the item. This is just to answer Fat Man's thing here. We don't want to overlap the, we have the actual material up here, so we can make this whatever color we want, and then this overlay material, since it's masked, we'd still see this material, but we ideally would get an outline around whatever color we select here, which again, we should have some parameters here, but for some reason I can't see them unless I am blind. I'm not sure. Maybe if I get rid of material, will it be up here? Advanced, no. Materials, element 0, create blocking, you don't care about that. Static mesh, get rid of physics and collision and lighting and painting. Advanced here. Material. That's super annoying that I can't see that. I mean, I'm just gonna put 1 in here, or 4 or something now. That won't do anything. Nanite position, disallow nanites. We don't care about any of this. Override materials. Interesting. Oh, yeah, like I said, we'll figure that out later, because I thought that's how you would do it, and in my notes here, mind you, I did this a while ago, and I did, like, the shittiest notes ever, so there's nothing here that I see that would help me. Line thickness of 1, we did save that, I believe, in the original material. Details cannot be shown. Subrate beta is not enabled for this project. See project settings window, render settings section. Maybe that's our issue. Substrate beta. I've never even heard of that. Where is the rendering? Rendering. Optimization. Is it just... I'll get rid of this because I'm sure we're going to be missing settings. Engine. Rendering. So what's this say? Substrate? Never heard of that. Virtual texturing. If you don't have that on, a lot of fab materials are just black. So, I learned that the other day. Enable material types. Nope, not what we want. Substrate beta. Maybe I'll just type substrate. Sure. Warning substrate is in beta. Well, I don't want to see that warning. Guess I gotta restart my engine, so we'll do that. So, and then I can see you guys' lovely comments while we wait for Unreal to reload here. Okay, you can set the static values in the material instance. Yes, you can do that, but I thought it was instance editable, but maybe it's not. Maybe that's why I'm getting confused. Ah, look, the lady friend joined, and she's already telling me how to do it, which is perfect, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing half the time. So anyways, substrate is the multi-layer material. You don't need that active for this. Okay, hey, I learned something new too, so that's great. So multi-layer material, like, I'm just trying to think, like, is that stuff that has, like, masks, not masks, sorry, height maps and, you know, maybe an emissive value, like, just like basically a fully built out, like, material, is that what you're saying? So, whenever we're going to restart the engine, it's going to compile all my shaders. And, yeah, it's going to be a good time here. So, maybe instead of emissive, that's not the base color. I'm just getting caught up on the what's it called here, the chat here. Got a video. You know what? I didn't launch my video from last night. So, I'll do that right after this video. It's basically on design pillars. So yeah, hopefully you guys will like that one. Oops. Well, actually, I had to go to bed early last night because I had to get up at 5 a.m., which I haven't done for like 8 months, so that was nice. Oh, I just got him. Yeah, I called her my lady friend, but it's my girlfriend. So, Just to be clear, everybody. Anyways, they like to compile shaders for a long time, don't they? Should not have restarted my engine. I should have read, I can't, Adel3M? Adelium? I don't know how to say that properly, sorry. Yeah, I should have just read your comment first instead of restarting the engine. Substrate is a multi-layer material you don't need. Yeah, you told me that. But yeah, I'm curious what a multi-layer material would be. Or is that like multiple material slots? Is that what you mean? So you have like, obviously, you know, what's it called? You know, you're like the player character, for example, like you have the base one and then you have like the trim or whatever, and they're like two separate material slots. I wonder if that's what you mean. Thoughts on Git versus diversion? I've been wanting to set up source control for my project. And hello, Marcus, Marcos. How's it going? And I see Kane Rath there. Big props to you, sir. I have not opened it yet. I downloaded the Command & Conquer suite or whatever, but I actually haven't played it yet. Thoughts on diversion? It's pretty good. I have not used Git, so I can't actually compare the two, but diversion's great. I think I can open it up here, not DV. No, not that one. Diversion. There we go. Let's open that up here. Let's have a look while we're waiting for Unreal to compile its shaders. And yeah, if you guys have any more questions, might as well throw them in the chat now while we're waiting for Unreal to figure its stuff out. But yeah, basically you can make a local, like a clone on your local workspace of your repositories. So like there's, you know, my game, that's not the final name, but it's just what we're using right now. But yeah, and then obviously you can share this to anybody that you want to work on the team, then they can copy a clone to the repository as well. And then inside Unreal, oh my god, the shaders. Inside Unreal, obviously, you can set this right up and commit your changes and create. So I'll just open this up here. Oh, I gotta run or start agent. Oh, okay, there we go. Local workspaces. So yeah, here's all my workspaces. So there's all my project files. Everything's all synced up, right? So and then you can make what's it called? Commitments, obviously, and have commitment messages. So there's me and my girlfriend there working on the game, making commitments. So yeah, it's really great. I like it. It's nice to have, obviously, if you don't have source control on your project, like if it's a game you're actually working on, not just like doing a tutorial or something, then yeah, you should definitely get source control because it's going to save you. I actually had to revert back to a previous widget save that I had because like something happened. I don't even know what I did. I was trying to fix one problem and I must have hit one wrong thing and just everything stopped working. Like I was getting errors out the ass and yeah, it was not good. So I basically went back to your previous version of that widget and had to just basically redo another 30 minutes of work, but it was better than redoing 4 hours of work that I've already put in that widget. Okay. How old, what do you got to say here? Did you ever play Tiberium Wars? Ton of the RTFs. No, I have not played Tiberium Wars. That's a part of that Command & Conquer pack as well. The only Command & Conquer that I've actually played was like the OG one that I had on Nintendo 64. I played the shit out of that, as with all my Nintendo 64 games. His old lady, that's young. Yes, we were talking about that the other day in Discord. WOV Gaming, we were talking about he called his wife his old lady. And I said, well, I don't want to call my girlfriend that. And he's like, well, it's a term of endearment. But, so, anyways, not going to disagree with that, but I'm still not going to call my girl old lady. So, she'd probably kill me. But, anyways. So, you're going to get, no kidding. WOV. She's in chat, so you can tell her what you're going to tell me anyway. But anyways, not with line thickness 0. Yeah, thanks, Mark. I think I set it to 1, right? We'll find out when we've compiled the other 9,000 effing shaders. So this was a mistake. This was a mistake, chat. Restarting Unreal Engine with something to do with materials, and now it's got to recompile all the shaders for the first-person template, even though I added one material. But hey, whatever. What else we got here for chattage? You were worried if diversion might be overkill for a modest project, but Git is not as user-friendly. Yeah, like I said, I haven't I haven't used GitHub, so I'm not sure how that works exactly, but I mean, I've had no issues with diversion. Actually, sorry, that's a lie. The only issue I had with diversion was with Happy Everything guy who's in chat there. When I was helping him with this game for UI, he was on 5.4, and then I bumped it up to 5.5, and then obviously there was like conflicts out the ass because two different versions, right? So if you're gonna upgrade your version, I believe everyone's got to be out of it and saved and committed, and then you have to like update or upgrade the file to whatever the new version is, and then like replace the existing repository with that. So Mark likes turtles, everybody, and thanks Mark for the support. I appreciate that. So yeah, turtles are great. I actually went to the I went to the zoo in Bermuda, and they had a turtle there, or a tortoise. I don't know what the difference. Oh, tortoises are water only, and turtles are land and water. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, this tortoise had was missing a fin or something like that, and they made this like prosthetic thing, and this thing was like so happy when it got its prosthetic fin put on because it could swim around normally. Pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, Happy Everything guy. Yeah, that was pretty rough, but luckily we got the UI working, and you're pretty close to making your Steam page for your game, which is called Smushy Time. If you guys aren't familiar with that, really cool. It's so if you guys are new here and you don't understand our inside jokes, maybe I should make a channel inside the Discord for to explain the inside jokes for the newcomers. But basically, I was playing Helldivers one day, and they were all watching me stream on Discord, and I just happened to mention to him, because his game's a survival game where you're defending your food storage against some aliens. So I was like, what if your guy's actually just a cow? Getting revenge on being abducted for the last, however many millennia by aliens. And I was kind of half joking, but he kind of took it to heart. And then obviously I released that video about the animal pen that had the cows in it, and then that just kind of became the meme of the Discord now. That's why you see all the cow heads and all the cow emojis and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of funny, but all right, another system request. Please make a fully functional CCTV system. Hoof. And Real-Time Fatman, thanks for the donation as well. Don't believe in yourself, believe in me, because I believe in you. Excellent. I was just trying to make that make sense in my brain, but I mean, I believe you, so. I appreciate that. Security's no small issue these days with AI and asset farms. Yeah, 100%. 100% agree. So, hopefully in 5.7 they make compiling shaders like a little bit faster. I don't know about you guys, but this is silly. Because it took it like no time at all to compile the shaders, unless they're compiled by default in the default projects. I don't know. I don't know if that's how it works or not. You're probably wondering why I'm not drinking coffee. I did! I got my McDonald's coffee because I'm actually out of my regular coffee, so I was a little sad this morning. But, coffee. Anyways, I haven't said that in a video in a hot minute. Anywho's, just trying to have a look at some comments here. Tyrone says, in terms of the diversion, Tyrone, I agree, gets too far overcomplicated, likely slightly more secure, but genuinely doubt that that's an issue. Very happy that he switched. If he felt like Git was just a bunch of random struggles. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, shit, I think Unreal is just struggles every day. So, yeah, you guys saw my donation goal down there for the Tarkov series. I have started doing that. It's pretty complicated, so I'm working on the inventory system. I got the slots working, but not the items sorting properly. So anyways, working on that. The coding is like insane. I can't believe how much coding I've already put into it, and basically nothing works yet. So anyways, yeah, we'll figure that out, and we'll get you guys that series as soon as I can here. And yeah, OWV's upset that Mark took the took the #1 top fan spot. You're funny. Actually, you know who was really upset by that was Azura. She was super upset because I did a test stream for her a couple days ago, and she was obviously in it, so she was the #1 top fan, and now she's upset she's not the #1 top fan anymore. But she'll always be my #1 top fan in real life. So, anyways, so what do we got here? You lose those. Oh, yeah. You do lose them after the stream, I guess. Hey, fair enough. Mark, you retracted another statement. Oh, geez. Mark Mark's filtering himself. How unusual. Alright, just having a look here. The CCTV system would be interesting. I don't even know how I would do that, to be honest. Because you would obviously need some scene cameras in there, and then you would need... Yeah, that's tough. I actually don't know how I would do that. Have I tried Buffalo Soldier coffee? You need a bean grinder and a percolator, but it's so nice. I actually have a bean grinder and a percolator. Actually, sorry, a French press, not a percolator. Yes, I drink, I actually drink decaffeinated coffee because I'm not supposed to have, caffeine with my medication. But, I don't know, I've adapted, so, you know, I don't really need caffeine. I just like the taste of coffee, to be honest. So the requests go from top to bottom. Not necessarily. That BMX one I thought was a good one to start with. We'll see what else. See what else we can get here. I will go through the chat at the end of the stream here, and I'll write down all the ones that we have here, just so they don't go to waste. So yeah, what was the one before that? It was. Oh yeah, WOV wants a rune system with equipment. I think that one would be pretty good, to be honest. That one might even be a multi-stream one. Oh yeah, and just so you guys know, next month, or next time I do a stream, I'm probably going to do the first half hour for members only. Just the Dweller members get access to the vault and the project files for my videos, but we'll give them something extra now, which will be access to an hour stream for just members, and then I'll open it up to everybody else because obviously want to make sure the members are taken care of. So, anyways, I'm trying to, yeah, the Ruin one's really good. I'll put that down for sure. Like, maybe we can work on that next time. I actually think I know how I would do that. Obviously, it would be pretty UI heavy for sure. You would obviously have your equipment slot, and then you would make a separate slot that's just for like the runes themselves. Those can be just icons or whatever the case is, which would be run with a data asset. And then when you drag a rune from your inventory or wherever the hell it is into that slot, it would first check, hey, is this a rune? And if it is, great, then it's going to pull all the data from it and then assign whatever the data that it needs to that particular item or into the game instance or whatever for that item. I think that's probably how I would do that. And, oh, look at that handsome fella. I don't think you're talking about me. Someone on there, probably real-time Fat Man, he's got the Goku profile picture, so I'm assuming that's who you're talking about. But, Dennis, hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining the stream here. And, Mark says you can't support me twice. Mark, you already supported me twice. Mark's a royal member, so he's supported me that way, and then he also sent me a super here, so... thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Anyways, that was... I saw one more system before that other one was requested here. Broke down... function. Each down each function, you need to start from there, decide. I'm just having a read. Tyrone, I've not seen, or sorry, at Dominic. Oh, you're talking to Dominic. Sorry, pardon me. I'll just keep on scrolling then. People who watch live streams don't expect perfection. Mark, exactly, right? Yeah, I mean, the videos, I mean, you know, everyone's got short attention spans these days, right? So you gotta, I try to cut out, like, all the silence C bits. I try to keep in all the stupid stuff I do because it's funny, and, you know, how many, I mean... You know, how many, what's it called? How many tutorials do you guys watch where the voicing is so dry and you're just like, I cannot listen to this human anymore. It's just, it's so bad. But, you know, I'm sure they know what they're talking about, but it's just like, you know, it basically sounds like a university professor lecture and you're just like, I really don't want to deal with this here, so. Alright. Alright, so, whoops. I'm just adding some moderators here because obviously we need some, which will obviously be, you know, the, I've made Happy Everything Guy a moderator, and so I just made Fat Man a moderator, and this person as well. Perfect. I mean, not you. You probably won't have much to moderate. Everyone here's pretty good. I really like our Discord. I like what we built in the Discord. Everyone there's really great. Even someone this morning said like every other Discord, he's basically getting hazed for like asking questions. Like that's ridiculous. You know, it should never be like that. Like this, you'll never ever know everything about this engine. You know, it's a huge engine. It's always changing. There's always new things coming in. There's other things going out. So, you know, like when I first started learning Unreal Engine, obviously I learned the state machines or whatever for animation, and now that's kind of going out and like the motion matching's coming in and stuff, right? So, that's actually one thing I want to learn because it's really cool. Jerkins says, I always wanted to get an input on system that makes enemies exploding effects to avoid death animations, etc. for performance. On a system that makes enemies exploding effects. Okay, so you want to make exploding effects instead of a death animation for performance. I would use the object pool pattern for that, which I did make a video about if you want to watch it. In that video, we do, I think it's the projectile system. The first, like, third of the video is making the object pool pattern system, so you can use that specifically, and then you can build off that. It's scalable, right? So I think we use it 2 more times in the series for grenades and for the decals, shoot me, decals, decals, whatever, tomato. Anyways, yeah, for the decals, we use the object pool pattern for that, and we also had particle effects running off of that system as well. So it would be the same sort of thing in regards to that. So. Okay, so, and WOV, thanks. I think the community that we have in the Discord is excellent. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, really great place. You know, it's everyone's Discord, right? So if you guys want a channel for something, let me know, obviously. And, decal. Happy Everything guy roasted me for that first, and then basically everybody in the comments on that video was like, I've never heard anybody say it like that. I was like, well, I say it like that. We got Atlas. How many objects do you have in a projectile pool? I mean, obviously that depends on the game. Like I was thinking of like Delta Force, for example. Like you have 64 players in there. They both got 2 guns, plus you know, a specialty gun and stuff like that. So, and then there's people that call in like artillery strikes, and there's machine guns, and like obviously if you're doing an object pool for that, you're gonna need an ass load of projectile pools. But I would say, well, it also depends. You don't want to create too many projectiles, but you don't want to not have enough. So yeah, I think what I would do instead is like, because this object pool system we made, we gave it the option to like, it tries to pull something from the pool, and if it doesn't have anything available, it will create one more object and then add that to the pool. So if you're ever at a point where you've shot all your bullets, and you know for some reason they're still flying through the air, and then you need another 30 bullets or something like that, it'll just add to the projectile pool. That might be the way to go. Creating and destroying is usually really, you know, like intensive for programming, and it should be avoided where it can. That doesn't mean don't do it, but yeah, I think I would say maybe 2 clips worth of projectiles per person. Or maybe 1.5, we'll say, because you wouldn't need, because if they go through 1 clip, ideally those projectiles, especially for bullets, would be despawned before you even loaded the next magazine in. So maybe like the half would be for the sidearm if you quickly switch to the sidearm and those other ones are still being used or whatever. So that might work. So all right, Jay says a state machine AI would work out, but not that simple. Tell them to go here. And then I don't see a link, but I'm sure it's coming. Dominic says, how can I save the items in a chest or storage that is placed on another map, not only saving the player state, but also keeping external containers persistent across maps? So it depends. It depends. So are you this is for Dominic. So are you talking about the player puts stuff in this particular chest, and then that chest gets unloaded and then loaded back in, and you want those same items there? Or are you talking about like you've built a level, you put the chest in there, you've told it what items you want in the chest, and then you know, the player's playing in another level, they load this level, and then how do we set that there? Like, I just want to make sure I'm understanding your question correctly, and then I'll answer that. So what else we got? Never forget. Oh, it's starting up, thank God. Never forget you can alter an actor or mesh pivots point editor by pressing Alt and then clicking. You can do that without entering, what's it called? You can do that without entering modeling mode? Man, BSG, goat comment right there. That's cool. That should have been in my shortcuts video. But, you can select all items like that level with Control-Shift-A. Oh, okay, yeah, nice. Okay, what the flip is happening here? Yeah, I know, right? Unreal Editor is like taking, you know, I can raise a child faster than the Unreal can open itself, apparently. But, anyways, Jay White says a behavioral goal system where the AI needs to decide on its current priority versus hunger, rest, hunt, like a wolf and a prey. That's a good system. I don't think I'm personally the one that could teach that just because I'm so weak on AI. Like, so weak, I can't even, I actually cannot even remember how to do it properly. I know you obviously need a blackboard and you need AI controller and all that kind of stuff, and then you need the behavior tree and all that. Like, I know you need all those things, but I literally forget how to do it all. So, yeah, that's a problem. I need to relearn that for sure. I love the cow. Murr cow. Love it. Just having a look here. 5.7 opens fast. Hey, SquarePeg makes games. I haven't seen you here before. Nice. Welcome. I've seen 5.7. Is it available for... or is it just available for closed testing right now? I don't actually know. I saw some of the stuff that was coming out on it. It looks pretty good. It's been 84 years. And I can still smell the fresh paint. Yeah, it's been 84 years since Unreal Engine opened. Yeah, 100%. My kid called this is obviously sparkling water. My kid called it sour water the other day. I thought that was funny. I hope you brought enough Tims for everyone. Well, you know what? I don't actually drink Tim Hortons coffee because it's ass. Like, Tim Hortons in Canada used to be so freaking awesome. Like, the coffee was top tier, the donuts were top tier. Then they got bought out by, I think it was Burger King, and they just, like, corporized the shit out of it, and it's just such a shithole now. Like, you cannot, like, if you go there 10 times, 9.5 times out of 10, your order's wrong. Or, like, you order, like, a bagel with cream cheese, and they cream cheese half the bagel and give you the rest. Just, like, it's just, like, terrible now. They changed their coffee suppliers, so their coffee tastes like garbage now. It's, like, it's awful. So, yeah, McDonald's coffee up here is way better. But, no, I didn't bring any Tims for everybody. Sorry, somebody asked a question up here that I was going to answer before I get back into Unreal here. Now that I have a bunch of people watching here, maybe we can figure out this freaking outline thing going on here. Unreal, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it was at... Pools were great for bullets, insane performance boost. I do 2 clips also. Not spawning items, also great. So yeah, in my game, I'm kind of moving away from having items in the world like I taught in my original inventory tutorial. Because I don't know, it's so... basically, it's just a data asset, and then I'll do a system. Maybe I'll do it in an actual tutorial video. But I made a system where it's like a trigger zone. So you basically make a trigger class, is what I called it, and then you make children. Excuse me. You make children for specific things. So I had one that. You go in, and when you trigger the trigger zone, you can get an item. So then you can set what item you're going to get, and then I made another one for like an inventory type thing, so like a barrel or whatever other static mesh you want. So, because then you can add other components to it and stuff like that. So I can do that in a video or something, but it's, yeah, it was really cool. We're done compiling, let's go. All right, Mark's executive boss here, so... let's figure out. I can't believe I made this the same color as everything else. That was a stupid decision. Let's make it a pool noodle color. Hey! Okay, so the outline works, but the thickness maybe needs to be thicker. So actually, making it the pool actually may have solved our problem. So, can you not be this color? Is it still rendering that? Let's try this blue then. There we go. Okay, so yeah, maybe that was the issue. So let's make this material... sorry, and here's where we need to edit it, somebody said, right? Okay, line thickness, that's probably our issue. Let's do 3, and we'll hit save. and it'll save, and it's going to take 10 years. No, I was kidding. No, it might take 10 years. You guys will see all the crashes now. And my raging. Oh, Unreal crashes so much with blueprints. It's insane. Specifically, I noticed if you change, I think it was more in 5.5 than in 5.6, but if you change a variable, like if you have it like on the side or whatever, a specific variable type, and then you change it, and then it's like, this variable type is in use, do you want to change it or whatever, and you hit yes, and then it like does its whole thing. And then you hit compile, it crashes, like, every freaking time. It's so annoying. I just gotta make a new variable. Holy crap. Unreal. Zzz. Okay, let's see. Did not change our thing. Overlay material. Rendering. How come it didn't work, everybody's? Oh, because override. Oh, because I made it the override. I see. That was not what I wanted. I want this. Oh, I don't want that. Undo that. I want this to have this. Okay, so I did something wrong in terms of the actual material. Let's have a look here. Paris. Yeah, he was. I'm sure he was celebrating the compiling being done. Okay, so this is not what I want. I want the actual material. Bye-bye. This guy. Do you guys hear that kid screaming outside? That kid's so annoying. He just screams bloody murder every day. It's just like, you know, the boy who cried wolf, and then he's gonna be hurt for real. No one's gonna give a shit. But anyways, okay, so is it this? No, I gotta click on this guy. Masked, unlit. Look at my notes again. I'll see if I can find anything that I screwed up here. Surface, masked, unlit, two-sided. That all looks correct. That is... I think that's correct. That's what we want, isn't it? World position offset. Input data, yeah. Multiply. This all looks correct. I'm not sure why it's not working here, everybody. Yeah, that's fine. Emissive color. 1x, two-sided. And yeah, we checked that it was two-sided. We did that. Is thin surface. And that's in world position offset. Pixel. That's 0.2. Interesting. Yeah, I'm a little puzzled by this, to be honest, because this array element... Oh, I see. Oh, override materials. I'm dumb. That's what I needed down there. And then we will open this up now and make sure that it's got a line thickness of 3. Save sibling, no, save child. No, don't want to do that. Line thickness. Can I just make this like 10? Just make this ridiculous. Because like, just looking at this, it looks like it should work. Just judging by like what the material's doing here. Am I right? I gotta keep the chat open so I can see everybody's comments. And that's so bizarre. Static mesh components. Where's the rendering? Advanced. That's doing its thing. Override materials. Material slots overlay. Translucent material to blend on top of this mesh. Once with the base material. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll just abandon this for now. That should work theoretically, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. Yeah, materials aren't my strong suit, so we will just do an item thing instead. I'm just going to save the material color there. Okay, so let's get on with the tutorial here. So the idea is we're going to scan for objects, and then we are going to highlight stuff that is, we'll call it scannable or pingable or whatever the hell. And we'll make a little UI widget appear. Okay, so Let's start with the actual item class that we need. So we'll go back to content. We'll do our blueprints. We'll make a new blueprint class actor. And this will be our parent class. We'll call this pingable, I guess. Pingable actor class. Class with 2 S's. Okay, so pingable actor, we'll open that up. I don't think, or yes, we will. We won't make the static mesh here. We'll make it in the children, question mark. I always hate making it in the parent because then like the one thing you don't need a static mesh for, then now you have a static mesh in there, which is really annoying. So I'll leave it out of the parent then. We will add a widget right here. The F is that? Oh, it's because it's in screen. So we'll call this interact widget. And then we will go to this. We haven't created the widget yet. Why don't we do that? Let's go make a new folder in first person? No, content, pardon me. New folder, UI. Don't think we have to make a HUD class for this necessarily, so we'll widget blueprints, user widgets. We'll call this ping marker. Open that up, and then I can move this over and read some comments. Taking off. Tyrone, thanks for joining us. Hey, have Borderlands 4 pause in the background, or UE might crash something. Yeah, right? Doesn't it matter if it's set to none? Are you talking about the material? The thing that we moved on for? Is it set as an overlay material? Yes, it is, Mark. I'd look at the cell shaded outline matte, but I think it works much different. Okay, I can check that out another time. You could do a multiply on the color for a miss some strength. Could do that too, yeah. Control spacebar for the content drawers. Oh, yeah, I see. Could you do a ledge climbing system? You know what? I don't know how to do that, but I know that in the ALS 5 motion matching animation sample project they have that, so I'm going to be exploring that myself because I need to put that in my game as well. The mesh on parent. Oh, I see. Yeah, you might be right, but I mean, we'll leave it. We'll put it in each children, because we can set that dynamically and stuff. Okay, we're making a ping marker. It's literally just going to be an image. So we'll put the image there, and we'll call it ping marker. And I think, yes, we're going to put some. We're going to actually do some more stuff here. So let's put a border can only have one child, right? Am I wrong? Yes. That's fine. Okay, I gotta delete this image. God damn it, and put a border. And overlay? Is that what I want? Yeah, I'll do an overlay. We'll do an overlay. God damn it. God damn it. Can I just replace with overlay? Oh, you can. Nice. Replace with overlay. Now we'll get a border. And then we'll get an image. And put that on the overlay. And then we will also get a horizontal box. Do we need multiple things in here? We could. Yeah, so if you guys don't know what we're working on, we got the pinged message up top there for BMX, so if you guys want to check that out if you're not sure what we're working on here. Right now we're creating the widget for the ping actor that we're going to have over, or the ping widget that's going to be over top of the actor that we are pinging. So we'll put the horizontal box in the border, and then we'll put some text in there. Do we want another image in there? That's my question. Like, it's just like pick up, right? Or you know, whatever it is. Sure, let's do that. That sounds fun. Image, horizontal box. We'll put the image at the beginning. All right, let's do some stuff here. So overlay. Let's first off do custom, and let's do the width as 800 is probably too big. Let's do like 500 by 75, something like that. The border, will make it fill this entire thing, and we will make the content centered. The content color will... I always screw that up. I always put content color instead of the brush color, which is funny, but we'll make this like darker. Let's actually do the brush as a rounded box. Outline settings, we'll do the fixed radius, and we'll see... Oh, I gotta hide the border? What am I doing wrong here? Rounded box. We'll keep 4 for padding in there. Do I have to hide this image? I think so. No, maybe not. Or is it this image I gotta hide? Border. Tint, here we go. So this should be darker. Maybe not that dark. And we'll get some alpha down, something like that. Okay, and why was this not working? Oh, it is working. Okay. 40? This is too big, to be honest. I don't like it, so we can size that to the content by centering it. So, and then what does this do? I can't quite see it. It's a little hard to see. I'm sure for you guys it's even harder to see. So why don't we just make this white for starters, just so we can set our stuff. Oh, that's the outline. So we'll outline, we'll do this, I think, and then for the actual color we'll make it white just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this, and then outline, where am I? Brush. Did I? Oh, it's right here, corner radius. I'm super blind. Let's do like just a nice little, you know, circly circle here. Well, the 20 looks pretty good. Done. This text block, or maybe the horizontal box itself, should have more padding. 10? Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, the border's fine. Now I'm kind of questioning the width. How big's the text? My brain's working a million miles a second here. We'll say pick up item. And let's make the border its actual color now. Something like that. Alright. That soundboard. Yeah, that Krusty the Clown laugh, I love doing that. It's good stuff. Write code in level blueprint worth it or not? Nope. I wouldn't. I would avoid that if you can. Basically, everything in the level blueprint is... You can create a huge dependency chain with your level blueprint, so I would avoid that if you can. Okay. Catch you guys in the Discord. Fading fast. Alright, WV. I think it's... I can't remember. I thought you were on the East Coast. Oh, right. Yeah, never mind. I remember now. Crazy Ghosty, hello, how's it going? And can you make a boomerang system? Like throw a boomerang at a button and for it to come back for a puzzle mechanic. OG Zelda boomerang. That's a good idea. How the hell would I do that? That would be a projectile, obviously. I would do a projectile, and that actually would be tricky, especially if you're using it with the object pool pattern, because, oh, it's so annoying. The object pool pattern for projectiles specifically, because the on projectile stop event only fires once. Yeah, so you have to basically use on hit instead. But anyways, so yeah, boomerang, I would use a projectile system. I would set obviously the projectile pretty low. You would have to have something in there to have the boomerang, obviously, like, move in an arc. That would be tricky. That would be tricky for sure. But, I mean, the boomerang coming back is not a big deal. You could just have it bounce, and then after, or on hit, or whatever the case is, you just have it return with the opposite location values. Or the negatives, or I don't know if that would work. That'd probably screw some stuff up. But yeah, that's what I would do, is I use a projectile system. But how do you request a system? You can request a system. I'm gonna go through the chat at the end of the stream, and I will put some stuff in the into a spreadsheet or whatever, and we'll figure some stuff out. Let's timeline included for sure. Looking for level specific. For level specific things like triggers and such, yes, or events. That's a good idea. I'm just wondering, maybe I would have a level manager, to be honest, like as a blueprint, and then I would have that level manager blueprint have basically nothing in it in terms of like components, or maybe if you need some components for whatever, but no like static meshes or anything like that. I'd put that in the world. Then you could use the get actor of class node, because it'll get that literally the only thing in the level, which is that for the level manager. And then I would use interfaces or run events or whatever. I guess if you get the actor of class, you already have a reference to it, so you don't need to do an interface necessarily. You can just have custom events in there that you want to fire off. That's what I would do, is just do a level manager blueprint. What else we got? Kratos' axe throwing similar to Boomerang. So I have not played God of War. I do want to play God of War really bad. I just got a PlayStation. Like, PlayStation 5 was my first PlayStation console. I was an Xbox guy forever, and then Xbox sucks now, so don't even get me started on Nintendo. But anyways, yeah, so I have not played all of the PC or PS exclusive stuff yet. I've done Horizon, thanks to Azura got me on that bandwagon, so that was a really great game. I played Last of Us 1 and 2, played Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales, and I've like halfway through the second one, but I haven't finished it yet, so... Anyway, sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. I just want to answer some of these comments here. So I think I can do something here... I'm going to start a poll here. So can I not do yes and no? No, I can. Add option. So I'll do this next time. I'll create a poll next time for you guys when you come in, and I'll have like all the ones that people have requested, and then you guys can vote on which one I can try to do. That's what I think we'll do. Oh, Mark, you made the same material. You did the same thing and then it worked? Oh, see, that's just my luck with Unreal, because it's like I'll prep something for a video and then I'll go to like record it and then like, this didn't happen in my prep project. It's like, you know what I mean? So, alright, so, alright, we'll get back into this here, so just keep on trucking. So, we've made this. This is going to act as our prompt, obviously, when we pick up the item, and then we want the prompt to not appear there unless we're close enough. And then if we are... so we'll basically make two collision boxes. We'll have an inner collision box, which this will show up for, and then we'll make an outer collision box, which this other image will show up for. Okay, so this image here, I want to do this, the image size... This would be dynamically set. I'm gonna bring in a couple of assets right now. Whoops, make a new folder, assets. Let's make... I'll just move this over because I don't want people seeing my stuff. We got... Let's do... Oh yeah, the vault of assets, because I made these for everybody, for our members. It was... Where are you? Prompts? No, not those. Where the hell did I put this? Decals. Oh, icon fonts. Here we go. Icon fonts, preview images. Here we go. I'm looking for the little thumb down one. Or the use this thing. The point down thing. Where I'm just waiting for all the SVGs to load. There we... No, where are you? Is it in a different folder, or like what the hell? Maybe it's in a different folder. Version 1.1, it probably will be in there. Or old. Oh, here we go. Point here? Is this the one? Failed import. Oh, it doesn't like SVGs. That's super lame. That is super lame. Okay, well we'll just go to the previews here, and I will select a rando one. Let's do. That sucks that it doesn't like SVGs. Actually, that's like super lame. Where the hell? I just saw it. Sorry, guys. Where is it? We'll do the side quest one. There we go. So we'll do that one, and we'll do for pingable stuff. Let's do this quest marker. I have another one. Or we'll do this coin. We'll just do this like collectible coin looking thing. Cool. As always, you should make sure that these are optimized for UI. So texture group is on world. We don't like that. We want it to be UI. And it's already set to user interface 2D, which is perfect. So we'll hit save on that. This image will be the what I just put in here. Side quest, I think is what it's called. There it is. Side quest. Look at that. Ugly. 50 by 50? Yeah, there we go. And then this obviously looks gross now, so let's make that centered. Yeah. Something like that. This border, this border should be like, no, I don't want that. Does it get bigger when I type more in? I like things like this I keep forgetting. Okay, it does. Good stuff. We should put some padding in between the image and this, though. Let's do like, is 10 too much? 10 looks pretty good. And then on the right, we'll put 10 as well, just to give it a bit of extra space. Perfect. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We will make sure that this, well, this image is, we'll say pick up image. That's a variable because you don't want to dynamically change that. Obviously, you want to dynamically change this text. We'll say pick up text. And we'll put that in here. And then this image is going to be the the ping icon. And we'll make that a variable as well. And we will hide this border now, because this is what we're going to do. We're going to hide that border, so that should actually be a variable as well. We'll just say pick up border variable, because we'll hide that. And then the ping icon, which we'll unhide now, we will make that, what did I make it? The coin. Okay, that looks pretty good. It might be too big, but we'll see how it looks in the game. Okay, we'll compile. Let's do some scriptage for this now. So, just trying to think here. I think I've been using construct and pre-construct less and less these days. I've just been using custom events. Specifically for this, because the construct event runs and the pre-construct event runs when it's added to viewport. We're not adding it to viewport in this case. We're going to be adding it to this interact widget, right? So I think it's at the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, here it is. This will be, yeah, real time screen, and widget class will be the ping marker. There it is right there. Draw size will draw it desired. And we'll hit compile. We don't have this in the world yet, so let's just drop this in the world just so we can see it, and then we can probably set that. And actually, by default, I should make sure that ping marker's unhidden so we can see stuff. Anyways, what do I need? Sorry. The pingable actor class. Here we go. Put that in the world. We'll hit simulate, and again, it'll crash. No, just kidding. Okay, so there it is. Let's move that stuff. Ping marker... not designer, sorry. I got it on my other screen here. All I'm doing is I got this open, and I'm just going to grab the interact widget and then move it up and set it here. So we'll move this up. It actually would be good if we had a static mesh of some variety. So let's make a child right now. Get out of that. I'll make a child class. I'll organize all this. I'll make this project file available at the end of the stream as well. Let's go create a child class, and we'll call this, you know, I don't know, cube. No, screw the cube. Is there any other primitive stuff in here? There's not. We'll say, sure, we'll say box pickup. BP box pickup, do it all proper. There we go. Okay, so we will open that up. Now we'll add a static mesh. Where is? Oh, there we go. Static mesh, and this will be just a straight ass box. Box. It's my in a box. Can't say that word without getting demonetized. Anyways, Gizmo. What in the heck is that? Where's all the boxes? I guess they're all called cubes. Wow, that's a cube. Let's make the cube not that big, so let's change this to like point, I don't know, 3. There we go, little cube. Alright, so we'll do that, and we will do ping marker class. We'll have this open now, and then we will delete this, and we'll put that actor class in here so we can see it. The hell? Did I grab the wrong one? I thought, well, how does he say that? Elmer Fudd? Old Webbit. Box pickup. Is that not what I did put pingable actor class back in. Jeez. Okay, so here it is. Pickup box class, there it is. Alright, now I'm on Pickable Actor. I'm just going to move this while we simulate the game. It's pretty... You know what, actually? In the construction script, we can probably set this dynamically so that it's always above whatever the size of the object is. That's actually a good idea, because, like, we can move this up all we want, but, like, you know, we get something in there bigger, now it's interfering with it, right? So, in the construction script, we can't do that. So, you know what? Maybe we should. Everything guy, I think, is right. I think we should put the static mesh in the parent. I was trying to do that to avoid, certain things, but yeah, as long as we keep it as set as none, then it should be fine. Static mesh. Okay, and let's hit compile, and let's leave that blank, but in the construction script, we're going to get the static mesh, and we're going to get local bounds, I think is what we want. So, hang on, get local bounds. I want to draw a debug, not box, debug something rather. Draw debug circle. Yeah, we'll do that. Times 2, because I want to, I just want to see where this is going, because I actually have not used this before, and I think, just by looking at that, I think I have an idea of where that would be. So center there, radius, we'll do 5, and number of segments, don't care. Duration, I think that means that's indefinite. Thickness, we'll do 1. And line color, we'll do that, sure. This one will be radius of 5, line color will be, you know, that. Duration 0, thickness, we'll do 1 again. Okay, does that do anything? I'll hit compile. It does, oh, because I have to set it, derp. Box pickup, I'm setting the static mesh on my other screen, because we already did that, so you guys know, obviously know what the hell that means. Cubage. Okay, so there's the cubage. I don't see my debugs on there, so probably drew it wrong. Let's not screw around with something I don't know how to do, so we will get rid of this. But the static mesh, we need to get the relative? No, we need to get the world transform. World location, really, is what the only thing we need. And then we need to get this, and then we need to set relative transform. Or not transform, set relative location. Did I spell relative wrong? Oh, I did spell relative wrong. Set relative rotation. So we're going to get this location. We're going to add, geez. We could probably make this a variable and just edit it in the world, which is what we actually should do. So we'll promote this to a variable. We'll call this widget offset. Make that instance editable, and then we'll plug this into there, and we'll do this, and we'll hit compile, and then we should be able to set this. Did I not compile in the box? What happened to the box? What happened to the box? Box was there. Widget's there. Actor, static mesh. Where's my box? Put the box back in. Oh. Where's the box? There's the box. What the hell are you doing over there? I didn't tell you to go over there. Or did I tell the... Yeah, I told the... Oh, target is scene component. Oh, okay. No, we don't want that. We want this. We want to set... Or, sorry, yeah, set relative location. Target is scene component. Isn't that what it said before? I can't remember. Get rid of this so I can see the chat. Wascally Wabbit, yeah. Make a cube guy doesn't take long. Yeah, right. So it should be this scene component, not... maybe I was confusing scene component for scene root. Hit compile, that didn't change anything. Pickup box, static mesh. Oh, I see. I made the static mesh a child of the interact widget, so that should fix that issue. There it is. Okay, so move that up. Oh, okay. Guess it has no more collision anymore. That. Okay, anyway, sorry, long story short, there we go. We got our widget offset right there, and now we can actually set this on the Z, so we'll make this a bit higher, or not. You not working. World location, world offset. Why are you not working? Instruction script, so I'll pull this over here so you guys can see and point out my error if you see it. Static mesh, get world location, adding a widget offset. And then set that as the new location for the interact widget. That should work, in theory. I'm playing prop hunt with you. Broken clock is right twice a day, but one that's set wrong can never be right. Indeed, Mark. Mark the philosopher. Okay, what in the hell's going on here? Why doesn't this work? Well, I had great ideas and they didn't work, so, and in the interest of time, we'll just not worry about that then. We'll just do it the old school way. Static mesh, interact widget. Oh, I gotta do it in the, yeah, I did it right here. Interact widget. Where are you? Where are you? Do I gotta simulate the game? Now I have no interact widget. Is it because it's in the box? No, that's a static mesh. What the frick happened to the interact widget? Dumb things are happening, everybody. Made it not a child, and then it's like, oh, okay, we're just gonna not do anything now. I can see that it exists here, so draw size, draw desired. Why don't we just? I did compile. Was that the issue? No. How about I just delete this interact widget and just add a new one? Because this one like took some time off. I don't freaking know. It won't even let me delete it now. Okay, let's just undo a bunch of stuff until it fixes itself. It's not undoing. Edit. Hit undo barrier, can't do any further. What did I undo? Or is it because I was simulating? Undo, edit Z. Could I not delete it because I was simulating? I'm so confused why I can't delete this. It's not the root. Visibility is set. Yeah, because these are all set. Like, I set this to hidden in here, but this is just to hide it in this. It doesn't hide it in the actual world. It should look like this. Why can't I delete this? I'm so confused. Has anyone experienced this before? You did the location from the static mesh change. I think so, yeah. Well, I did the static mesh, but the static mesh was a child of the interact widget, so I was setting the offset. I was getting the location of this and then adding an offset, and then it would, yeah, it was doing some weird things, but once I made it not apparent, it didn't, it stopped working, which is super weird. You can't delete because it's a child BP. Oh, you're absolutely right. Thanks. Screen ping reps. So, but why wouldn't it work in here? Because I gotta compile in the frickin' parent. TG's a dum-dum, everybody. So, put this down. Now, can I set all this? So we got, yeah, compile, and then I gotta simulate the game, and then I can, there it is. Look at how high it is, everybody. That's awesome. That's friggin' awesome. Pickable actor class, actor widget. And now it has an offset. So now it has an offset, but it won't let me move it. I deleted it? Oh, I didn't delete the construction script. Okay, so this should all work now then. So this 500. Let's do like 100. Start with that and see how it looks. And I don't see it. Is that because I have to like fully simulate the game? There we go. Okay. Wow, look at that offset. So relative is not the correct one. We need world. Set world location. There we go, everybody. That's a little feature that should have been super easy, but it wasn't for some reason. There we go. Okay, now we can set... I'm going to hit F8 to get out of there, and then I should be able to edit this. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty good. Pick up item. Super awesome. Okay, we will stop simulating. We'll go back into our widget now. And we need to set some materials, or some parameters here. So, custom event, we'll call this set pickup widget. And we'll add some inputs. We'll just need text, but this is where you would put, obviously, for the pickup image if it was different and you wanted it different for each individual one. So obviously this will be a text. And we also need 2 more. Sorry, text. I was just thinking about something here. We'll promote this to a variable, and we will make this... I'm just trying to think if we should do this in a custom event or if we should just have it exposed on spawn. I think we should just do exposed on spawn, to be honest. So we'll make this instance editable, exposed on spawn. Actually, that won't matter because we're creating it in here. So why don't we do instead... so yeah, we will do it in a custom event, pardon me. Custom event, and we'll call this one set... we'll set the... Or sorry, let's do show ping marker. And once again, if you wanted to create an image somewhere, like if it's in a data asset or something like that, and then you could pass that information through this event, you just make an input for texture 2D. But we're not going to do that in this particular tutorial. So show ping marker. So in this case, we're going to take our border, and we're going to hide it. Set visibility to collapsed. Okay, and that way we will hide whatever the text is going to say, and then we will grab our pick up or ping icon, and we'll make sure that this is set visibility to visible. And what we should do is we should do maybe an animation, just like something super quick and easy. So we'll do ping icon, we'll do an animation fade. Let's do ping icon, and we'll do a render opacity, and we'll do a transform as well. Okay, and we'll just make this super quick. We'll do so that's what we want, and then we'll go back to the beginning, and we'll set the render opacity to 0, and we'll set the scale to 0.8 and 0.8. So we'll get something that looks like, we'll hide this so we can see what's going on. Whoops, there we go, animations. That's not bad. Don't know why. Oh, I see, I didn't change one of them. I thought I changed both of them. There we go, that looks professional-ish. And then we should probably do the same for the pickup border. Animations, fade border. Super quick here. Oh, can you not do an animation for a border? Oh, you gotta click on it. Pick up border, same thing. Render opacity and transform. And then we're gonna set the render opacity here to 0. And the transform scale to 0.8 and 0.8. I think anything other than 0.8 is silly looking, so it just, I don't know, it just doesn't look good, so I like 0.8. And now we'll unhide this and hide the ping icon just so we can once again see what's happening. Okay, so obviously the idea is like once we're showing this, we're gonna like fade out the ping icon, and then we're gonna unhide this and play the animation and vice versa, right? So, alright, so we'll make sure we're out of our animations there and go back into our graph. So obviously this has got to be after the set visibility node, or else the animation won't be seen. Show ping marker, we're going to start with this collapsed because we're going to hit the outer collision box first, collision sphere or whatever, and so we don't want to see this at all. Now we're going to grab our fade right here, and we'll play animation. Do we need a finished event for this? I'm just trying to think. No, we shouldn't. So we'll play forward. The in animation is at. The target is the ping icon, isn't it? Or is it? No, it's the, I'm sorry, it is the widget, so that self is correct. Alright, it was on interact widget, a backend control, such a 0.8. Well, yeah, okay, I mean, here, I'll, just to show you, everything guys questioning why I did 0.8 in the chat there. If you do, like, 0, 0, and then play it, it just looks like effing goofy. Woo! You know, like, I don't know, because there's, the horizontal distance has to travel way farther than the vertical distance, so it just looks, like, super dumb. I don't know. And then this, oh, I did 0.8 for one of them. I guess, that would probably, maybe, I don't know. That just looks... It, like, defeats the purpose of the render opacity going up, in a sense. And it's just, like, it's so fast. But making it any longer would be really annoying for the player, so, 0.5, what's that look like? 0.5 is not terrible. Would probably do... I don't know, I like 0.8 personally. If I gotta remember to hit enter there. There we go. What did I say for a soundboard? It just feels off. Yeah, totally. Okay, so we're back in our graph now. We are going to play that animation when we show our ping marker, and then we need to show interact. My cat's taking a shit. Sorry, I always do this. I type the custom event name that I want in the thing instead of typing custom event. Show interact message. Okay, and this will be. We'll have an input of a text, and we'll just say text here. Okay, because in each individual item, we're gonna want to set the actual item name. Right, so. Perhaps what we'll do instead, should we edit this whole text inside each thing, or should we... Yeah, we should. We should leave that, like, super basic so that we can, set it in each individual blueprint to have it say exactly what we want. Okay, what we're gonna do now is we're going to... copy... Do you want to copy this? Yes, we'll copy this. Put it down here. We'll make sure we set our visibility to... actually, sorry, we gotta break this, and we gotta put this after the animation, so we need a finished event now. So we'll play animation with finished event, because then the animation will play, and then we'll hide it after the events, after the animation's done. The widget... Play, user widget object should be self, right? Yeah, okay, it should be self, and then play reverse, and that looks right. Okay, finished event, we're going to set the visibility of the ping icon to collapsed, and then we are going to... We should, at the same time, like after this animation starts, we should start the animation for the pickup border to start as well. So we need to get the pickup border. Where are we here? Pickup border. Set the visibility for that. To sorry, not hit testable. So these should both be not hit testable because we're not interacting with them. And then we should grab this pickup border, and we should actually we don't. Yeah, play animation, right? Except it'll be the fade border. Play animation forward. I'll just do play animation just to keep it the same for everything. Play animation. Target is self. Play, blah, 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 blah. Cool. I need some water. My throat's dry because I'm talking so much. Someone in the comments, probably going to be Mark, going to be hounding me about drinking water or something. But anyways, just catching up on some comments here. You should, that should be your health pickup sound. What, the Krusty the Clown? Yeah. Not that cat shit again. Yeah, right? So, right now, more of a slurp sound. The amount of times I've typed in on throw grenade instead of custom event, dude, right? It's just... I have little quirks all the time. Like, all the time I go to grab this exec, but I grab the whole node and move it over. It's just like, ah, damn it. I do that all the time. Okay, so we're playing our animation for our border. We'll get rid of this grossness. I think I heard this somewhere. I don't know if it's true. If you have a reroute node and it like doesn't have, it self plugged into anything, it can actually store data in that and like create overhead or something. I heard that as a rumor. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe one of you in the chat there knows if that's true. The moose at me. No, it wasn't me. Another soundboard. So I got a couple on here. So. Alright, anyways, so we've played our animation for our border, and we've set it visible. Now we need one for... I'm trying to think. You know what? Let's change this show ping marker. Let's add a input, and let's make it a boolean, and we'll call should show, question mark. Where are we? I look at my keyboard. I'll make that a boolean, and then we can set that. And then what we can do, we'll move this over. We'll add a branch here, obviously. And should show. Sorry. Is that the one I want? Yes. So we'll add one there, and we'll add one on here as well. Overlapped inside, we'll call it. And we'll deal with that in a second. But anyways, for this one, so if we should show this, it should be exactly the same as this. Excuse me. So that's correct. So for this, for the show ping marker, what I'm thinking is you can set this, and then when we leave the inner, is it this one? This is if we leave the outer. So maybe I should, sorry, my brain, I'm just thinking. Should show, we would call this on the entering of the outer. And then the inner would handle the hiding of this, and then the re-showing of the ping marker. So yeah, so this is if we leave the outer. We'll say overlap outer, and then that giant tooltip, that is the most annoying thing ever. Holy shit. I almost typed utter, everybody. So, add that to the jokes. Anyways, overlap outer. Yeah, I've seen Happy Everything Guy. Thanks for you learned a lot from me and the Discord community. The Discord community is awesome, so I appreciate every one of you guys. Okay, so we are leaving the outer collision box, so now we need to hide everything. So by this point, the ping icon, the pickup border will already be hidden. So we just need to basically do this in reverse. So we're going to copy this, actually. This ping icon, and this, and this, and this. And we'll copy that, and we'll paste it, and then we'll put it right here for false. Okay, with finished event, perfect, and this is in reverse, that's in forward, that's in forward, that's in reverse over here. Okay, cool, perfect. Okay, so that should work for the outer. Now for the inner, we'll move this down. Whoops, I want that, but not that. There we go. Move this down a little bit. We'll move this up. Yeah, because we don't need to set the text for the outer stuff. So this is true. Overlap the inside. Naughty. So we're going to, coming out of the inner, we are going to hide the interact border here. So pick up border, and then we're going to show the ping icon again. So we're basically going to copy this, but we might need a finished event for this one. So let's have a look here. So that, and then the ping icon, we're going to do that. But yeah, we want to, before we do this, actually, we want to do this over here so that, with a finished event. Yes, I knew I needed one of those. So that we can see the animation actually finish playing. So let's get our border, fade border here. And we will play animation with finished event. Widget will be self. And then we'll set visibility. Sorry, not there. Off the finished event. And that will be set to collapse. Perfect. And this will be reverse. That all looks good, and then we'll plug this in. Think that all makes sense, everybody? We'll make sure, obviously, hopefully it'll work here. Okay, so first, let's get the pingable actor class. We're going to change this a little bit because we're trying to make a system that shows stuff when you scan, basically. So we're going to get rid of this because it's useless to us now because it doesn't have the overlay thing, even though, what's his name, Mark's worked, so that doesn't make any sense. Okay, anyways, I'm tired of looking at this checkerboard pattern. I don't know about you guys. Let's, make something interesting here, or put something interesting on here. Like a red cube, I guess. What the hell do you mean? Oh, that's a static mesh. I am stupid. Yeah. Let's do laser pointer. And I'm sharing right. There we go. Alright, so we are going to open the parent class, because we want to do this in the parent class. So in the event graph, don't think we need any of these. But we do need to add some collision spheres now. So let's do collision, sphere collision. And we'll, or you know what? No, F that. I'm not doing a sphere. I'm doing a box. Box collision. Why? Because you can set the box collision bounds, which will create an override here in a second. We'll call this the outer. I almost said utter, but obviously spelled wrong. But yeah, outer with whatever. Anyways, outer box. And then we will duplicate that, and we'll call this inner box. Okay, and I just played back in my head what I just said. That's dirty. Anyways, so we need to go to the construction script, and we need to set some stuff here. Did this work? Yeah, it did work now, so we can keep that. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the inner box. We're going to set the box extent, and we're going to convert this to a variable as well, and we'll call this inner box override, I guess. Okay, that'll be instance editable, and so yeah, this is going to set how big we want the trigger zone to be for our inner box. So if you're putting stuff beside buildings, you can obviously control that kind of stuff. So then we're going to get the outer box, and we're going to set the box extent, and it's going to be the inner box override times, and then we'll promote this to a variable. And you know what? Let's not make it a vector. Let's make it a float single, yeah. And then we'll promote this to a variable and delete this garbage one after, and we'll call it outer box scalar, I guess. Is it scalar? Scalar or scalar? I don't know. Can't remember. That'll be instance editable as well. Get rid of this new variable. And we'll plug this in. And, okay, so let's set some defaults. The inner box override should be... Come on. Let's do like 100 by 100 by 100. And... Or I did 10, whoops. And then the outer box scalar should be 1 by default. And then we'll hit compile. Let's have a look at what we've done. Okay. You can't even see that. What is happening? Can you change the color? Oh, the line thickness. Yes. We should actually fix that. Line thickness, let's do 1 and 1 for the outer and inner. Can you set the line color? Shape, is that what it is? Yeah, okay. Outer box, we'll do like, what's easy to see in the world? Pink, I guess. Hey? Oh, Unreal's having a moment. Stand by. There we go. Okay. So hit okay on that. Inner box will make green. That's a little bit easier to see. Compile. The hell you say? What the hell? Okay, so it was there for a second. We'll unclick it. Yeah, they're overlapping each other, so we can click on this and we can set that outer box scalar to like 3. Right, so that's not bad. There we go. So, actually that's terrible. What am I saying? Let's make the override box for this like 300 and 300 and 300. That's pretty big box. Yeah, that's pretty fair, to be honest. So yeah, now you can take, you could probably honestly add another variable in there to control the outer box size as well, so you don't see the widget when you're inside a when you're inside a, what's it called, like a house or something. Like if this was right up against the wall and you don't want either of these boxes to interfere, you could actually click on the inner box and I think move it. Yeah, you can. So you can move that so that it's just out a little bit, and same thing with the outer box. That way it doesn't clip into buildings and stuff. Whoops, I want just the outer box. Everybody, there we go. So there, yeah, so that's great. That'll be super awesome. Basically, as soon as we spawn in, we're going to be inside this box, so it's actually not going to work correctly, so we just got to make sure our player is not spawning inside player collision stuff, okay? One thing that we need to do as well, we need to make sure the outer and inner box can generate overlap events, which they probably should by default. Yeah, there they are, generate overlap events. Boom, done. Okay, so something smells real sweet. I don't know what that is, but that's nice. Now that's a huge box. Yeah, Mark. There's that unfilteredness. I'm shocked you didn't retract that comment. Some would even say that box is huge, yeah. I'm not good at art and lighting, but I wanted to start learning blueprints. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, blueprints are great. I downloaded a C++ course that I'm going to do when I'm not, like, stupid busy. I may make a tutorial series on that eventually. Obviously, I want to practice a bunch and get, like, you know, good at it and competent at it before I actually teach something that I don't know, so... but, yeah, basically, you should be using C++ and blueprints. Blueprints are really, really good at just getting a prototype out, and the fact that you can work in the engine and see your progress right away is really awesome. With C++, you gotta, like... You work in your C++ program, and then you gotta, like, close the editor and then, like, rebuild your game. And you have to wait for your game to get rebuilt, and then launch the engine, and then test it. So it's, like, it's a lot of waiting to, like, test what you've done, whereas this, it, like, basically you can just test it pretty much right away. The downside to that is blueprints crash all the time because of that. It doesn't, like, compile properly or something, or like something will be out of sequence and then the engine doesn't like that and that causes it to crash. C++, you generally don't get crashes as often. That's from what I understand, but anyways. Okay, so we got our pingable actor here, we got our event graphs. Now let's add an event on component begin overlap and on component end overlap for the inner box. So the other actor, obviously we want to make sure that this is equals to our get player character or player character. Okay, this is one way to avoid a cast, so we're not casting every single time that we are overlapping with something. Okay, so this will work, by the way. If it doesn't work, yeah, the is overlapping actor doesn't work with player character, but this one does. Okay, so if we are overlapping the actor, we are going to grab our interact widget. This should actually be an interface. Yeah, sorry, I effed that up, so that should be an interface. So let's make one. Blueprints, interface, BPI, UI updates. This one will be called whatever we called them in the other one. I'll just put it on my other screen here. Whoa, what happened? There we go. What do we call them? Show ping marker. And that'll be Boolean with overlap outer. And that is all, and then we'll compile that on that, and then we'll add one more called show interact message. And inputs will be, I believe, text. Yeah, text and this should. What did I say to it? Overlap inside. Overlap. Is it two L's? No, it's two P's. Overlapped inside, and then one for text. Perfect, and of course you got to implement that in your in our ping marker widget here. So we go to class settings. Where are you? Implement interfaces, BPI, UI update, done. Compile. We will open this. Oh shit! Yeah, we got to delete these, or else we'll get some errors like that. Compile, errors go away. Nice. Implement event and implement event. Okay, the inside one was right here. Plug these in. Yeah. All right. There's that. We'll compile. Now we'll go back to our stick this back up here. We'll go back to our pickable actor class. Now we're going to get our interact widget. This is not enough to get to a interface. You need to get widget because this is a widget component, right? So it's a widget component object reference, and we need to cast to the widget itself. So that is what this is getting. Now this will work with interfaces. So we'll overlap the inner box. We want to show interact, right? Every time you say marker, I jump. Show interact message? Is that what we want? Show, honest to God, I can't remember which one it was now. It'll be in here. Inside. Show interact marker, okay. Show interact marker message. We are going to hit, or put this in here. Overlapped inside. We've begun the overlap, so we are overlapping inside. So that'll be true. The text we want is pick up my box. Okay, for the false, we're going to do this. We're not going to do anything because that's checking to see if we are the player character. For the end overlap, we are going to do this exact same thing as this. We're just going to copy all this. And move this up. Other actor goes in there. This goes into here. This is false now, and then text we can clear because it won't have anything on there. Okay, now we'll do the outer box. Whoops, not that. We want to add event on component begin overlap and outer box on component end overlap. And it's going to be basically the same thing here. All of this stuff. Paste. And I'm just wondering if... No, we can't. We can't do that. Okay, so we will do this. And we can move this back, can't we? Yeah. Yeah! Other actor will be plugged in here. This is now going to do the interface for show ping marker message. And this is on component begin overlap, so overlap outer will be true. And then we will copy these. Other actor goes in there. Sorry, other actor will go in here and player character will go in there. There we go. Okay, this will go here. See, I just did it. I just did it. I grabbed the thing instead of the pin. Okay, and this will be true. And then we are going to show ping marker message again. And this one will be false. Okay. Let's find out what happens when we do stuff. Hit play. We have to hide this. Let's do that just to see how it all looks. So we gotta obviously hide or set this as not the whole thing, right? Ping marker. Because we hide and show these, but not the whole thing. So we can't hide the whole thing. We just gotta set these as default as collapsed. And ping icon as well to collapsed. So those will be the defaults. I see some questions on there. I'll look at them in 1 sec. We're just going to get this working here. So there, we overlapped, and now we're going to not overlap, and it disappears. That icon is effing massive, so we'll have to fix that. But then we'll go here, and then it changes to pick up item. So that worked great. And then obviously, if you have an interact system, this is where you can pick up the item, and then you would destroy the item or whatever the case is. Re-add it to your pool or whatever you're doing inside your game, and then you would have to obviously run the show. I wonder if you destroy the item, it will destroy it instantly and it won't play any animations. So you might even need to make another interface that's like hide item UI or something like that, and then maybe you can make another animation that makes it go away when you pick it up. Something like that. Because yeah, if you pick it up and destroy it, like that UI is just going to disappear like right away without any animation. So yeah, that's great. Let's shrink that freaking image. Jeez, that is a monster image, hey? Ping icon. Let's make that 25 by 31. Let's see what that looks like now. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the pingable thing. So let's go to our content folder. I'm going to answer some questions here. It's a huge box, blah, 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 blah. So in 8th grade, I raised my hand, asked a question. Teacher said, question mark? You're funny. Whole class bursted out laughing. So now everyone says Mark. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm triggering you from high school trauma. Copy. Um, Making an expanding sphere and calling it ping would be interesting. The BPI would be a must for that. Yes, I think I agree. Actually, do you have a question, Mark? No, I do have a question. You're funny. You guys are roasting Mark now. You're gonna make Mark leave. I doubt it. The day Mark leaves the chat because someone offended him would be the day I'd be, quitting Unreal or whatever. But, big ol' box. Keep live, bro, every day. Love watching you. Thanks, Kunal. Appreciate it. He has a okay. Real Time Hammond has a question. Would I say it's better for an interaction, a collision box, or a line trace? I always use a line trace, so players have to look where it's interacting. So you would use a line trace for interacting with the item. However, this is a enormous trigger box now. So if I'm going to be interacting with that item, like if I literally draw a line trace here that only goes like 500 units, it's still hitting this item, right? So that's the one thing you kind of got to be careful about. So it would actually be probably more beneficial for you to use, when you're hitting an actor, you want to hit the component specifically. You want to hit, I think you would require, would that be an interface or would that be a cast? I probably would still use an interface. No, forget that. You would actually cast for that because in your player character, I guess, or wherever your scripting would be, you would cast to this parent pingable actor class. That's super safe to do, obviously, because we're checking, hey, is this a part of this class? And if it is, then can we get this static mesh component? Are we hitting this particular static mesh component? And then if you are, then you would return true, and then you would do stuff. So you're not interacting with these particular collision boxes. You'd only be interacting with this specific component. Obviously, by casting to this class, you are referencing the static mesh, but you're not referencing a specific static mesh or any of the materials with it. So that's a nice, easy thing to cast to. Okay, so yeah, anyways, we're working on the pingable thing now. So we're going to go to input, actions, new input action here. We'll call it IA underscore, oh god, what are we calling it here? Scan for stuff. So we'll open that up. No, we don't need to open that up. We just need to open up the IMC now. Defaults. We will add a mapping. Does anyone else get annoyed by that? I want to call it a bug where like you'll have like 12 of these inputs here, and then you'll close them all and then create a new one, and then it just opens up all the things you just closed. That drives me crazy. Scan for stuff. Let's do like X save. Perfect. All right. Oh, King Boar is in the chat. Welcome, buddy. 27 watching, that's impressive for a first stream. Well, you know what? I learned from my mistakes because a lot of people start streaming first and then do content. You need to do content and then stream because nobody knows who you are, for starters. And I did a podcast, a video game podcast, 2018, 2019, 2020. And it was the same thing. We did a podcast. We didn't have a lot of viewers. We did have like our regular like listeners, but we never really peaked over like 1,000 listeners per episode. So the problem that we did is we didn't build an audience first and then do a podcast and push people to the podcast. So yeah, if you're looking into getting into streaming or doing whatever, like I really, really highly recommend building a community first, getting some subscribers, getting whatever, and then streaming. That's obviously super important, right? So I'm not streaming for money. I'm streaming because I like teaching stuff and I like teaching you guys, and you guys have been awesome. So, also, if you guys have been watching since the beginning, there's ads every 18 minutes, so let me know if they were annoying. And the option was like 6 minutes, 12 minutes, 18. Like 6 minutes is ridiculous. I would never have ads show up every 16 minutes. It'd be stupid. I'd leave the stream myself, to be honest, if I was watching. So, anywho, I forgot what I was doing. Okay, I made a whatever the hell it's called, control here. Now we're gonna go to our controller, blueprints, player controller. There's our mapping context. Actually, hang on. Does it? Oh, it does add the default. Good. Okay. So we'll add a player control here for scan for stuff. Okay, we're going to scan for stuff. And this is where we need to have a trigger box in our player. Would this control be better in our player? The unfortunate thing for that is if you have a multiplayer or whatever the hell, then you'd have to have it in each individual. I don't know if that's going to be beneficial or not. So I was also just thinking, if you have a game where you're controlling a drone or something and you're using a drone to scan, you're going to obviously, I don't know if you'd have a separate controller for that. And you'd have to put this in that separate, I don't know. But anyways, we need a reference to our players, to an interaction sphere, or a scan sphere. That'll be in our player. So for now, I guess we'll just put it in our player. I'm sure everyone, or some people in the comments are going to disagree with that. You know what, actually? We could just cast our player in our player controller because, but we'll do that off the event begin play. Get local player controller. Does the player controller initialize before the player? I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. I think it doesn't. So we'll add it on this then whatever the frick pin here, and we'll move this stuff over. Come on. Come on. Grrr. Alright, then we will get player character. And then we will cast to BP first person character. And then we will we haven't created it yet, so we're gonna do that right now. So let's leave that open. We'll open our player character now. Now we're gonna add the box collision. And we'll call this scan box. A lot of boxes in this show. Okay, scan box. We will make this effing huge, but we don't want it to be. I will set this. I wonder if we should do this in the construction script as well. Because ideally you want to scan the room size, but maybe we can do that with the visibility channel instead. Maybe let's do that. So we'll do the box extent here. We'll just make it like 1,000 by 1,000 by... Whoops. I don't think the Z needs to be that high. Maybe like 100. Compile. I just want to see what that looks like in the world. Here, we'll just drop our player in here. Whoa! Is that a big enough scannable area? No. Let's do 2,000. That's pretty good. So, we'll make it 2,000 by 2,000, and... Can you scan by visibility? Like, sorry, I know you can line trace for visibility, but we can get all actors of class, and then we can check to see if they're visible. Can we do it that way? The cat hit you with the death breath. Yeah, that's pretty bad. When you get hit with that death breath from cats, yeah, for sure. I mean, dogs are worse, mind you. Oh, the girlfriend supported me. Thanks, I appreciate that. And same with, and then yeah, so got 63% support on the coffee thing. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. And is it at lim? Is the 3 knee? Anyways, I appreciate. So okay, you're saying sphere trace has tag interactables. I would actually probably do a trace channel of interactable, to be honest. Or scannable is what I would actually do. BPI show ping. Happy everything guy. You're starting a conversation. I don't think I want to have with anybody, specifically her. No, it was definitely her. Don't worry. I only got one girlfriend. Anyways, he calls everyone girlfriend. No, just you 02 game dev. But no, does implement interface. I used to use does implement interface all the time, but some people in the comments of some of the videos pointed out that it's pretty much unnecessary because the interface is not gonna fire unless it implements the interface anyway. So you can have it implement. You can have the interface called, and if you have like the actor or whatever plugged in, it's not going to do anything if it doesn't have the interface. So that node's kind of redundant, to be honest. Okay. So, we got this. We got the sphere, or sorry, the scan radius. I'm gonna do what I think's gonna work, and then if it doesn't work, and then we'll try something else. Sorry, we want to do this in our. Did I say player character? No, I said we were casting in our controller. Now we'll get the IA underscore scan for stuff, and we need to get our player. Oh, I didn't convert it to a. I didn't promote it to a variable like a complete novice. Jesus. Okay, so we made that a thing here. We'll get him, and we'll get the scan box, and we will get all. Is it all overlapping? No, is it get overlapping actors with an S? The class filter will be the actor. What do we call it? Damn it, what do we call it? I can't remember. Pingable actor class. Ping. I hate that. That, like, how has that not been fixed? Like, this has been in every version of Unreal, where, like, as soon as you open something, the tooltip blocks what you're typing. Like, that is so annoying. I wish they would just fix that. So bad. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Ping... Popping. Pingable actor class, there we go. Is overlapping actors that are the pingable actor class. We're gonna get a for... Not a branch. What the hell my fingers do there? Oh! Does that for each loop. Okay, we're gonna come out of started, because you guys saw in that one video what happens when you come out of triggered. It fires like 6, 7 times, so we don't want this for each loop running that many times. Okay, we're gonna look for all the pingable actors, and then we are going to, we wanted to, based on your thing, you want, checking if we want the, you know what, actually going back to what Fatman said, maybe, yeah, maybe it does implement interface. Well, of course it implements interface, it's... Oh no, we haven't created an interface for that yet, so let's do that. Contents, blueprint class, no, sorry, pardon me. Blueprint, interface, BPI, scanable. We'll call this... Hang on. Yes. Scan active, we'll call it. And then we're going to get... I don't think we need an input for this, do we? No, we don't. Okay, so we'll set scan active. We'll put that in our pingable class. Scan able. Compile. Let's implement this event right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace the outer box stuff. So this will need a Boolean then, won't it? No, it won't. Yeah, so we're going to delete these. We won't need this branch. Those were just basically to like make sure it works, essentially. Get rid of that, get rid of that, and then we're going to use these. So events active actually would come up here, and we'll go into this widget. So trigger overlapped, or overlapped outer. We can probably change that to ping active, hey? Do I have that open still? I do. So we will do... That's for the outer one. Ping active, right? Ping active. What we could probably do is also put a timer on it so the thing disappears after a certain amount of time. Where were we? We were in this guy. Okay, so we'll refresh this node. Ping active, that'll be true. We probably need another one in here called scan end. No, we don't. We'll do that with the timer, like I was just talking about. My brain works really fast, sometimes too fast. I'm just kidding. That was the most arrogant thing I've ever said. Anyways, show ping marker. Let's do a timer by event. And let's, whoops, can I do that? Create custom. Custom event. And we'll call this ping timer. And we will do this, and should we set this as a... Can we make this a global variable? I've actually not used global variables before. I should. Well, me setting this private here, let's see. Should this variable be private? Derived blueprints cannot. Yes, let's do that. And then we can set it in here. So let's make we'll just make it like 5 seconds just to like make sure that this works. But this will set the ping not active and then hide all the stuff. Okay, so that seems like that would work fine. The overlapping this we want to work still. Will this work now? Let's just see. Sorry, in our controller. Where'd our controller go? Right here. So for each loop, we will need to call that event right here. So what was that event called? Scan active? Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh no! I gotta delete my little guy. Bye! Okay, play. Alright, let's see here. Scan! Oh, look at that! It came up, and look, does it disappear? Okay, duh. It did a little flicky flick there. Okay, that's interesting that that showed up. It's probably something to do with... It's probably something to do with the widget here. So let's go into the widget. Because when we do these calls, show interact, show blah 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 blah. So we set this for the overlapping. So now we got to redo this for what happens when we scan for stuff. Show interact message. This is for inside. So we want to focus on this one. Ah, look at this. Okay, so we'll plug that back in and let's test it out now. Okay, so we'll just hit X. Okay, there's our scannable stuff. And does it disappear after 5 seconds? It does. Super awesome. That works. Scan it again, and then we'll come up here. Pickup item. I think the pickup item should probably work regardless whether we've scanned for it or not, obviously. So we'll let this disappear. It won't disappear probably now because of how we have this set. So... show ping marker. I think we don't even call this event anymore. Because this is the ping... Yeah, we don't even show this event anymore. Oh no, I'm sorry, we do. Because we want this to do that. Okay, so this will be in our actor class, pardon me. I'm just like thinking about all the stuff, so... Normally, you don't see this in videos, because I cut all this stuff out that me thinking. No one wants to see me thinking. Because it ain't that great. Alright, so we interact with the inner box, or sorry, we leave the outer box, show interact message overlap inside. I wonder if we should also call this event. No, we should call this event. Event scan active. Or we can just plug this in here. So we exit the inner box. We get the widget. We hide the... what's it called? This widget thing here. Or show interact message. Yeah, we hide the message, pardon me. Then we show the ping marker again, and then this will re-trigger this. So... after we hide this, we need to obviously do this clear and invalidate timer. I hate that it, well, I mean, it does that by default, but that's fine. We need to do this. Perfect. Okay, so I think this is going to work good. Alrighty, so that's a scan. This is going to go away after 5 seconds. There it goes. If I walk up, it'll still be like, pick me up. Pick me up before you... No, I'm not going to sing that. I'll get demonetized. Okay, so then that shows again, and then it disappears. Okay, so that's essentially the system that they asked me to make. So now it works. The outline doesn't work, unfortunately. One thing I want to test first, I want to see if I can place a bunch of these throughout the world here. Whoops. And then put walls and stuff behind them. And see if I can, like, let's completely enclose this. I thought level prototyping had, like, you know, hang on, we'll do this cube. Does this cube have, I'm just looking on the other screen, I'll move it over so you guys can see. Does this have, collision presets block all, world static, it's blocking visibility, blocking the camera. Okay, so this is what I want to try. I just want to see if I can stop the ping from working if it's like in another room, you know? So, because that was one of the things that he asked for. Can I set this static mesh components? I can't, so I just gotta scale it. Lame. Actually, you know what? Screw that. Why don't I just delete this and then grab this? And can I scale this? Oh, it is scaled. Okay, so I'll just do this. And then I'll scale it down to like 10. And I'll move it over. And I'll make the Z bigger. Or the Z, I don't know where you're from. Make that like 10. Maybe not 10, maybe like 5. Yeah, 5's fine. Scale for this should be... Oh, sorry, I forgot that it's locked. Is that why it looks so high? 1. Yeah, 1 looks great. And 10. There we go. Okay, so let's block that. Let's make sure that's on the ground. So this is blocked... Let's make this thinner. Let's make this like 0.2. There we go. Okay, I want to make like an actual room for this, right? So, alright, so I will rotate this, copy this guy. Don't care about the clipping, I just want to see if this works. Okay, so that's in another room now. So now in our player controller, we need to check if this is sorry, how would we do that? I think we need to line trace. Or line sphere trace. Just gonna look at the comments. Just wall blocking really made has line of sight come into its own when doing AI. Yeah, 100%. Has line of sight. Is that a variable that I can use for this? Maybe? Demonetized by the girlfriend if that particular song is sang. Azura has a really great singing voice, but she won't sing for me. I only get to watch videos, unfortunately. But she used to be in a couple of bands. She's singing like metal songs and stuff. She's fucking badass. Anyways, we all want to see the thinking. Yeah, you're funny. What was the idea? I don't even remember what I was talking about at that point now. Sorry. No ref, no collision. You know what? Actually, maybe we should do this inside our pingable actor class. Because we'll hit this guy here, and then maybe we can check get camera manager. Get player camera manager, and then we'll just say has line of sight. I'll see if that's even a thing. No, it's not. Or is just line of sight. No, okay. Get actor eyes. Get actor eyes viewport, and then we're gonna pretty much gotta do the line trace here. Yeah, this should work. Okay, so we'll get line trace. So get line trace, what am I doing? Line trace by channel. And then we'll plug this in here, and then we'll do all the usual, you know, mathematics for this. Get actor eyes viewport. No, we don't want to start there. Pardon me. We want. Let's delete this. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's sorry. Yeah, we'll get that. Start will be the default scene route. Get world location. That'll be the start of this, and the end will be. I think we got to get before. Yeah, get forward vector. Somebody was asking me how this all works. So specifically vectors. It was JPG in the Discord was asking me how this works. So basically, vectors are a point in 3D space. Right, so that's why like a lot of stuff it'll say location, but like in a sense, it's a vector is a direction. So it'll be an actual spot in 3D space, and when you say, hey, get world location, get this, get whatever, it's basically telling whatever, you know. So like for example, we're saying, hey, start at the world location of this thing and then end here. So this is where this needs to point to in order to get to that location. So that's the direction in a sense, right? So that's why we get forward vector out of rotation, because we're telling it, hey, this is the direction that we need to head in, and then yeah, blah 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 blah. Basically, in simple terms, aviation uses vectors as well, so they'll be flying, and then air traffic control will say, hey, we need you to fly vector 300, and then they'll say cool, and then they'll turn their plane to the compass direction 300. That's the vector they need to fly in order to hit a specific checkpoint, right? So it's the same kind of thing here, right? So anyways, if you do it in pingable, it's only one line rather than for each overlap. Yeah, 100%. 0 to 2, well, that's King Boars. Yeah, King Boars 100%. That's very slight performance gains. So, well, technically it would be the same thing, because each one that gets this interact thing, it would be drawing a line for each individual one, but let's get world location for that. Hit start, get the forward vector. We are going to multiply this by a float. So this is saying, okay, from this specific point, how far do we want to draw this line? So I think, I don't know, that's tough. We could put 2000 there because that's the scannable radius of the player, but can we get distance to? Get distance. Get point distance to line. Find the distance from a point to the closest point on an infinite line. Line origin, line direction would be probably the get forward vector. Line. I would try it when volume overlap. Make a line trace directly to the object and check if the hit. This way the player doesn't need to look straight at the... Oh, you know what? That's a good point. Well, actually, by doing it this way, too, it would be the same thing, because we're getting our player manager. And, so this isn't, oh, the actor eyes viewport. Well, it doesn't matter, because we're getting the point in space that this actor line viewport is, and then each object is going to be drawing a line from itself to the camera, so we should return regardless. So, anyways, get point list. I don't know if that's going to work, is it? Line origin. Would that be this? Yes. Yes, it would. Okay, so this might work, so that'll be nice. And then we got to add this into the original location, which will be this, and then we're going to plug this in. So, yeah, basically going back to this, so yeah, we're multiplying, we're trying to find, or tell it how long we want this line to be. That's what this multiplication thing's for. And then this does nothing unless we add it to another vector, right? So this is our starting point, right? We want to go from there, times this amount, and then add it into there, right? So then we get our final end result. Okay, so the visibility channel is what we want, because the visibility channel will basically fire a line straight into it, and if it hits something like a wall, that'll have the visibility channel blocked. That's going to block our hit, and then it's going to not get to our camera, and then it won't pull up our it won't fire this interface, right? So, okay, visibility, draw, debug. Yeah, let's draw for duration, and we'll do the duration for sure. We'll do that. We'll just want to see where everything kind of shoots, right? Okay. so I would let's collapse this to the graph, just because that's what I like to do in these sort of things. We'll just say line trace math for object, or sorry, for visibility check. Oh my god, visibility check. Check my spelling. Resolute's gonna roast me now. So I don't know what these values are. These are start and stop, or start and end. Boom! Alright, compile that. We'll go back to event graph. That's done. Let's pull this back. So the out hit, well, first we'll get check if we get a blocking hit. And if we do, we're gonna break this dude. And we're going to, do we have is this in the, no, this is, does the hit actor equal the player control, or the player character? Can we do this? Player without casting, right? Not the, I mean, player pawn would probably work too. Returns the pawn for the player controller at the specific player index. King Boars would know if this would work or not. Visibility. Mark, you kill me. I didn't spell it like that, by the way, so thanks. But if you pass an actor into the input when get actor location do the job, interface would only run if overlapped anyway. Well, that's what we want. We want to get, because we got inside our player character, we have the scan box, right? So in a 2000 box radius, we're checking if this pingable actor is in that box at all. And if it is, that's great. And then we're going to check, can this box actually, or this pingable actor, can it even see the player's camera? Then if it can't, then we're going to not show any of this, right? So anyways, unless there's a need for rotation, but then find the look at rotation. But yeah, like somebody else said, we want this to also fire if the player's not looking at the camera, or the camera's not looking at the object specifically. Okay, so get player pawn. I'm going to try it out. We'll see if it works. Yeah, get another branch, I guess. Okay, is it player pawn? Oh, you know what? We might need to do a cast here too, which sucks. Because we need to know, or no, we got the player's camera. No, we don't. No, we don't. Sorry. Okay, then we plug this into here. I think this should work as is. Let's just test it out and see. Okay, we'll hit play. We'll hit X. Nothing happened. Oh yeah, it's not drawing a line towards the player camera, so something happened that's not correct. Let's have a look at the math. Get point distance to... Okay, so maybe the line origin should be this instead. And the line direction... Is that what I did? Get forward vector of that. No, it should be... Maybe that'll work. Let's see. Okay, it didn't work at all. Okay, so F that. That's not working out. So... instead of the... Get actor eyes viewport. Get the forward vector. I feel like this is the issue, so let's just, for funsies, just see if this is the issue. So we'll do 2000. No, it still didn't work. Where is the player camera manager? If it's shooting a line that way. Get player character would work as well. Yes, 100%. I think that's what I was going to use, but I got player pawn by accident, and then I was thinking, did I already get it? E for rotation, I felt that, yeah. So, yeah, this is correct. Get forward vector times... Do I need to get this added into this and then added into this? I've usually only done the camera itself and not another thing, so I'm just remembering. Add blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, let's try that and see if that works. Maths, it's hard. So no. Where is it? Like, where is the camera manager? That is so freaking weird. That is bizarre. Just shove out the out location into the end. Yeah. So yeah, no, we need that one. Delete that. Delete this. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Start. Oh yeah. Okay, let's try that. No, that still didn't work. Where in the hell is it pointing to? That's just what I want to know. Get world. Get the default scene route. Get the world location. That is our start point. So we're drawing from the cube. Then we're getting our camera manager. Getting our actor. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. This guy. Whoops. That. Oh, what? I pulled the whole thing off. That's the interface. I don't need that anyway. Play. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. So they're all working. So, some of them didn't. Some of them worked, but they like. Which ones worked? Okay, so we hit a blocking hit. So they hit me, but they didn't hit me. So that's interesting. Let's now look at the pingable actor class. Yes, out here in the event graph. Okay, so it'll be something to do with this. Let's put a breakpoint here. Let's just see what we're hitting. I gotta hit play, and then I gotta select all the objects. Oh, I'll select the first one. Alright. So the first one didn't hit me. I wonder where the first one is. No, the first one's over there. Okay, so it's saying it's not hitting anything. So let's hit a breakpoint here. Well, it should be hitting something, though, actually. Unless I'm outside the 2000 thing, but it shouldn't be. No, it's saying it's not hitting anything. Why is it not hitting anything? Oh, am I set to not block the visibility channel as the player, maybe? Is that the issue? But some of them did turn green. So... Oh, because it didn't hit the player, it hit something else. I see. So, player, character, capsule component. See, visibility is not checked, so let's do collision presets custom. We'll make sure we're blocking visibility. I'm sure that'll cause some issues later. Okay, we hit that breakpoint. So, I mean, this might work now that I changed that. So, it looks like it worked, everybody, and the one in the room did not light up. I should add a door or something so we can test that theory. So let's just add a door here somewhere. Fucking, you know, there. Okay, play. Okay, there's all of our stuff. We'll make sure like it's not on camera. It'll disappear here. Go away. Not on camera. Still shows up. That didn't show up. We're gonna like look through this door. We see it. Okay. Look at that, everybody. There you go. So I will make this available for a project download. Just give me a few, obviously, half hour or so to like clean it up and all that kind of stuff. So think your branches are funky. You don't want it to show if it's blocking something. No, I do, because if it blocks not the player, or if it blocks something, we want to check if it's the player, and if it's not the player, then we don't want to show it. So yes. But yeah, I'll make the project files available, but it's, of course they're for members only, but, it's only $5 on the coffee page to become a member and, get access to that. Or you can join the Discord and be super, what's the word for it? The most, oh boy, I can't remember the name for it. I gotta pull up the Discord now. The most, engaging, non-member each month gets bumped up to, Realm Dweller, so... you get access to that. I'll be choosing the next Realm Dweller in a couple days here. And then members as well, if you were a member. I mean, WOV, you're going to be the one getting it anyway. But so yeah, members, if you're on a Dweller tier and you're the most engaging member of the month, I'll bump you up a tier as well. So next month, WOV will be getting the bump up there to Noble. So congrats to him. And yeah, we'll choose somebody shortly for that kind of stuff. If you haven't joined the Discord, yeah, definitely get on there. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway next month, probably like a, $50 gift card or something like that. I just got to figure out how to do that because you can't gift anything on Fab as far as I'm aware or anything like that. So yeah, we'll do a $50 giveaway of some variety, but I'll figure out how to do that for you guys here. And people who joined get a Moo Party. Absolutely. But hey, we figured it out here. So that's great. Well, worth being chatty, Kathy. I had I had it one time. It was great. Yeah, 100%. So real time fat man, top fan. Congrats. Got a lot of people commenting here. Super awesome. Yeah, hopefully you guys will join me on the next stream. I'm not sure when I'll do another one. I gotta obviously figure out my schedule and stuff for the month here and what kind of stuff I'm gonna do. I will go through the chat and I will see stuff that people requested throughout the hour and a half I've been on here, or 2 hours and a half, sorry. And we'll put it in a spreadsheet, and then maybe next time I'll do like a poll and we'll see like what kind of stuff you guys want me to do live on stream here. So I'll stay on until 1:30 here. If you guys have any questions for me, definitely throw it in the extra chat here. And yeah, you know what? I didn't think about the Nintendo suing me part. Well, you know what? F Nintendo. I'm so done with Nintendo. Like, they're just so greedy. I just can't believe it. Doug Bowser stepped down. He said he's stepping down at the end of the year. I mean, can anyone be surprised that the guy's name's Bowser and the fact that he became a villain? Like, is anybody surprised by that? And 5 pounds is more than $5. Actually, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think it is because Mark, another $5. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, man. I don't think it is. Let's see. Well, $5 Canadian. Sorry, let's be clear. All right, but I think I do it in US. I can't remember. I'm just gonna look it up right now here. Let's have a look. Canadian. Sorry, what is it? Great Britain pound to Canadian, or US. Sorry, USD. 1.34 US dollars. So so yeah, what did you say? Okay, 5 pounds is $6.70 in US dollars. So there you go. Answer that question. Too many Humble Bumbles. Yeah, right. I'll just buy the Humble Bumble and give it to you. I don't know. So we'll figure it out here. But anyways, yeah. 4 minutes left here, and we'll answer some questions here. And oh, you've been dethroned. Dang. Good stuff. Anyways, yeah, join the Discord, everybody. It's links right in the bottom there, so if you guys want to join that. And oh yeah, yeah, you got dethroned right at the end there. I spawned a sound. Yeah, right. 100%. Let's see. Just looking through the comments that I may have missed while I was doing some stuff. Let's see here. One thing I may make a video on here, because I released some icons. Maybe I'll just open up my other project and show you guys here. Gotta close that. Save it. I'll open that back up and fix it all later. Let's go back here. I gotta open up 5.5. So this will be this is like, it's not going to be the game, by the way. It's just basically a test level, prototype-y kind of stuff. It's a fancy looking test level, mind you, but yeah, so I'll open that up and I'll show you guys a couple things in there that I might want to do a video on, just get you guys' opinion on while I wait for some questions to come in. What did you recommend to use for DB communication, API, or a DB plugin? Sorry, DB, I'm not familiar with that term. Direct blueprint communication, is that what you mean? For a provider? Sorry, yeah, just let me know what DB means. I just not familiar with that. I just want to make sure I'm answering your question correctly. So it's fine. Next time we need to do a watch party. Yeah, I can start the stream like half an hour early if you guys want to just chill and hang out and chat or whatever. And yeah, 100%. I was gonna play my game on Discord chat after this live is over. Oh, yeah. Got some other stuff to do today, unfortunately. So, why? Whenever I put a material in landscape material, Unreal Engine 5 crashes. Do you know why? Possibly because you have the entire landscape loaded into memory, and putting that material on it is too much for it, I would assume. So, drop down the texture quality to start. See if that fixes the issue. Then I would probably... I'm just trying to think here. I'm sure some other people in the text or in the chat might know what's happening there. I think that's what the issue is you have a huge landscape and you're trying to add that landscape material at like the highest setting on it, and it's just too much for Unreal and it just crashes. I'm pretty sure that's the reasoning. Yeah, that's make the texture quality a little bit low to start, and then you could also I know this should just be done by everybody in all their projects. The actual textures, like if you have 4K textures in your project, you don't need 4K height maps and 4K blah blah blah, so you could bring those down, and that brings memory usage down as well. I need to be in levels. Where are my levels? Where are my levels? Content, levels. Here we go. Yeah, the other thing I would do after that is create level streaming for all of your things, and then load only the one you want to work on. So that'd be the next thing I do. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the issue there. Real-time Fat Man, given the universe is infinite by God, and God is by definition infinite, would you like a toasted tea cake? What? Sure. I don't know what that means. But sure, a toasted tea cake sounds great. Alright. Join the Discord and make a post. Yeah, just do one square. If it still crashes, it could be the settings you made. Yeah, 100%. Unload most of it in world partition. Yeah, I 100% agree there. Take it from me, you need to delete... If you need to delete the landscape, do it in a new level. Okay. Some real-life experience from Mark here. Okay, so this is my test level here. So one thing I want to do a video on is... so yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. I created this... basically this trigger box. So I created a class for that. Let's go up here. World. Sorry if I'm like doing the S thing that's really annoying in microphones. Yeah, I think here somewhere. Parents. Yeah, interactable trigger class. So if I open this up, all this is when it loads it. Okay, all this is the trigger boxes, this is why I kind of had an idea of how to do this, because I literally just did this like a week and a half ago. Yeah, so we have a interact message widget, and then I have an icon, which I can probably combine now. And then I have debug text just to keep track of like what it is, because there's a million of these in the world, and they're all just like trigger boxes, right? So obviously I got all the code in here with event dispatchers. So here's all the possible things that I can do with these things. You can obviously add more to them, right? So... that should be plugged into something, but it's not. Oh, I know why. Anyway, so yeah, this is all it is, and, you know, overlaps with player, blah, 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 blah. Now I can create children for this, and I can create specific events. So, like, this one is a get item. So, I made some stuff over here. Type of interact, pick up. What item am I picking up? And this is the interact icon. I'll show you guys that in a second. And then how big is the trigger box? The action menu, so like what happens when the item's available, what happens when the item's not available, how many items we give, the daily item amount to reset, because I have the day-night system in this, obviously, so... yeah, and then I got one for crafting, so I have one for this crafting table, got one for reading signs, I got one for these barrels to open their inventory, and then open a separate UI menu that shows that inventory and the other inventory. I made one that's a hot spring, so you interact with this hot spring and you get an item, right? So, yeah, super scalable, great thing here. I will just test my game. It's going to take a second because it's got to load all the textures in there still, so... there we go. Alright, so yeah, here's crafting table, walk up to the crafting table, crafting. Right, so change the items, blah, 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 exit the crafting menu. There we go. And then if I want to read the sign, I can walk up, read the sign. Blah, 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 did the whole typing thing here. Interact with this, open it up. There's our two menus. I can take all the items, or I can do drag and droppy stuff, right? So, exit that. So yeah, then, you know, pretty much all of these things was derived from that thing, and it just takes like a couple seconds to set up. Oh, I can go grab some milk over here. Yeah, I got the kitty cows, as I called them in the one video. So yeah, I just picked up the milk. It's now in my inventory, and so now it'll say, oh, I have an error there, so I can, oh, I didn't put a message, whatever it's called, message, decline message when the item's not available in that particular trigger box, but I did one over here for my eggies. So there's my eggies. collect my eggs, leave the trigger box, come back. Oh, maybe it went to the next day? I don't know. Did it go to the next day again? Okay, something's all effed up there. I figured that out. Anyways, yeah, it's a prototype, right? So things aren't going to work. But yeah, so that's what I created there. So we'll thinking about doing a video about that. The other thing I'm going to do a video about, I think, will be in regards to UI. So like I said, gave you guys those icons. Where's widgets? Here, widgets. And I made, this is a tedious as shit thing, just so you know. So those icons are really annoying because you have to like paste. Hang on, I'll open the thing here. Icon fonts, this one, demo. Google Chrome, just once. Okay, so you open this up here. So here's all of the actual fonts. So these are all images that I turn into a font to save memory, obviously, right? So they all have this specific blueprint image that you need to paste, or if you're using C++, you got to use this, right? So that's really annoying to like do and remember and open this page and do that for every single one. Plus, it's like really annoying if you got to change something. So what I did is I created an enum that has all of the items' names, and then I in here created an icon to text, so it's that enum, and then a map for a text. So now I mapped all of these individual things to the correct image, right? And then I have a set icon function so that I can set the icon based on whatever it is in the data asset for whatever the thing is. And specify the color and the font size and all that kind of stuff, right? So I've done that. And then on the pre-construct, I have this set icon as well. So if I have it in other widgets, like for example, my we'll call it, where is it? The master menu. Here it is. So on my master menu, these are all just the icons, right? That's just the widget I made, and now I can tell it what icon to use, and now it's going to add the right item in there, right? So, and then in the game. Like if I open a data asset, for example, for my items, recipe data, assets, the stew, sure. Okay, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. I need the item data, food, cheese, sure. So, item image. So now I've made that the enum, I tell it what item it is, and then now when I input that into this icon thing, it'll override it. It'll say, oh, this is the cheese, grab the image from the map, and then set that as the text, right? So that's a nice scalable thing. Plus, literally nothing in this game is using a texture in terms of like the UI. It's all that font stuff, so it's saving a lot of memory usage just by using that. So anyways, yeah, so that's some stuff that I'm thinking about doing. That icon one is just so tedious. It took so long and it's so repetitive to get set up, but once it's set up, it's like, it's awesome, because I can use that anywhere, right? So dancing moo cows. Moo cheese again. Yeah, I bet you want to see the moo cheese. All right, so having that UI is super clean. Thanks, man. I like it too. I had, well, my first inventory tutorial series. Who said, why do you have it look like one of the folders from like a file cabinet? I think that was WOV. I was like, I mean, I didn't mean for that, but I mean, that's a good point. It kind of looks like that, hey? So, suspiciously clean, some might say. Yeah, you're funny. Mr. Clean retired and learned UE5. I mean, I don't have the head shine or the muscles to be a Mr. Clean, but I appreciate that. A master widget, yes. Maybe just life swapped the original TG, and the person we all thought was TG is actually Mr. Clean, a new buddy. I can't even remember the jingle for that commercial. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Sued! Too many people sleeping on him, yeah, right? Okay, so that's going to be the end of the stream here, so I appreciate every one of you guys. If you have questions that didn't get answered, I mean, you can post those in the Discord, and they will get answered by somebody. Either me or somebody else super helpful in the Discord. It's a really helpful commutative Discord. Commutative is the wrong word. It's a great community that communicates. So I don't know, maybe it was the right word. But Unreal Engine version for this is 5.5. My girlfriend and I want to upgrade to 5.6 because 5.7 is just around the corner. So, but the actual tutorial that we did for the stream was in 5.6. So the old Mentos jingle is the best, is it? Yeah. Your inventory is data assets? Absolutely. it's just way easier, to be honest, because like, so the way I'm designing this, like I'm thinking in terms of my girlfriend. So my girlfriend's not not like inclined with like how blueprints work or the coding and stuff like that. So if I'm like, oh hey, every time you need to put an item in here, you got to put it exactly how it is in this data table and put the exact name. Like that's just like asking for things to go wrong, right? So, and that's obviously no fault of her own. You know, she might mistype something and then she's like, why is this not working? And then get super frustrated. So data assets for me are great for level designers that aren't familiar necessarily with coding and are more to do the, obviously more the level design stuff and materials and level building and all that kind of stuff. She can just do a drop down menu and just select the item she wants and it's done. Right. So, and yeah, I love data assets. I use the data table for my inventory for the original one I did, but I did data assets for obviously for the FPS tutorial, and it's awesome. So, anyways, for anyone else interested with any more questions, yeah, exactly. There's the Discord link. Oh yeah, don't worry about rude 5000 if you don't talk a lot. It's all good. It's not rude to not talk. It's all good. A single primary or a children of the primary. So, you can do that, can't you? Here's a primary. Shit, you can do that. No, I have all the data assets falling under this because now I don't have to worry about like literally any item in the game that she wants to put in here, right? So I'm trying to clear. We go. Click on this. Yeah. This is all the items in the game, right? So, you know, she doesn't have to, she can just search, oh, I want the fried egg, right? The fried egg, done, right? So, all the items will be in the game and they'll have those same things. I probably, yikes. Well, yeah, I did that just because of how the UI works. Because here's the data asset. I made this a struct. I'm kind of regretting doing that, honestly. Not sure if I should. Well, it's too late now. It's not too late, sorry, but it's. I'd have to fix a bunch of code if I wanted to take this struct out and just add the regular stuff in there. Anyways, inventory type, obviously. Oh yeah, so I've made a thing too with the inventories where they filter out the things that aren't selected. I can just show that off super quick. Sorry, I said that was the end of the stream, but now I'm showing more stuff. So yeah, this, for example, here, I can click on the inventory, and now I can go to the type of inventory. I've made this a map as well, so here's all the possible things that can go in this inventory, and I can check whether it accepts them or not. And then it's checking, hey, you put food in, it's like we don't take food, and then it doesn't allow the drag and drop or any of that kind of stuff, right? So that's super awesome. Okay, anyways, yeah, I do a single primary for sure. And what else we got? There we go. Too much facts. Yeah. Okay. So I appreciate every one of you guys, and I hope to see you guys on the next stream. And keep learning until you game over. Peace.